you are not going to break every habit before you get married. You're not going to break every bad habit,
Big facts.
right? That's not going to happen.
You're still working on yourself. It's not like
Yeah.
you. It's not like when like I don't like when people refer to the wedding day as the finish line because if in anything you just started. So a lot of the times, even if you feel these are things that you have to work on, honestly, I feel like the things that the deeper inner issues that you may have is only going to be shown up in your marriage because of the fact that you have someone that is a mirror that's looking at you and saying these are the things that you need to work on. And honestly, like, and in preparing for that, you need to be able to have reflection and be able to realize, okay, like being able to accept things that, you know, your parents probably didn't tell you, your siblings didn't tell you, but once you enter marriage, like, hey, this is an issue. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, your inner familial things with your family, you think that everyone does things a specific kind of way, and then when you enter into a household with your wife and she's raised completely different than you, then those things that you thought were normal start to reappear its head. So you need to be able to just be able to be mendable, and mendable to change is like the biggest thing that I would say, because not everything that you are working on in your singleness is going to be beneficial. And also you need to understand that you're still growing as a person, right? You're still growing in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s. So however long God keeps you on this earth, you're still growing. Like no one is at a standstill. So it is good in your singleness to get rid of all the demonic jabulacial, I don't know how to say that in English, things, but in reality, are you really going to be able to clear out all those things before getting married? Not really. So it is important to do these things, but at the same time, you're not going to be your complete self when you get married. If anything, you're going to just break down even more. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like, yeah, like you're not going to be able to break down to break every habit while you're single. I think that that's something that I want to, make clear even before we start to dive into breaking bad habits, because I feel like I don't want anybody to believe that anybody gets married and you're perfect. You don't get married perfect. And even while you're working on yourself during your single period, during your single season, that doesn't mean that you're going to become you're going to end up being the best version of you, but the goal is still the same, to work towards being that best version of you. Um, the truth of the matter is certain things won't be revealed until you start interacting with people, right? And I tell people all the time, if you realize, for example, you can't keep friendships, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Like I definitely don't mind people, for example, inquiring about another, how long was your longest friendship? I think that's actually a very valid question to ask somebody. The reason I think it's a valid question to ask, because it says a lot about you, right? If you can't maintain a friendship, because ultimately when you're married to someone, at the beginning you're friends, right? You're friends. You don't start off as lovers. At least I hope not.
Well, a lot of
You don't.
people don't start off as friends. They go straight to lover
No, that's
world.
why that's why I said I hope not. You don't start as lovers. Like if you guys started off with one night stands, and hey, that's not.
No, because like, I mean, let's be realistic, babe. Like, we know people, and I'm not trying to be shady, that 35, 36, they meet someone, they like them, you like me, and then 5 months later they're married. Because, there's no, you getting a little older, so it's like, all right, there's no need to prolong this process, especially if God says yes. So I wouldn't say like some people start off with a friendship.
Well, if someone's telling me that they're going to rush the process,
You don't agree with people just like
I don't.
Like within 6 months they get
No.
married?
I'll never agree with the rushing the process because at the end of the day, you, like I tell people all the time, God can put you together. That doesn't mean you don't have work to do.
Mm.
And rushing the process, it's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, this may be a point of debate. People may disagree. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe anyone really truly hears somebody when you're emotional. I feel like you need to let your emotions calm down and then be able to hear and then replay what was said. Because I feel like when you don't do that, I think you'll hear the person, but you're not understanding where they're coming from.
Okay.
And I feel like that's kind of what happens. I feel like I definitely need time because just because I don't react on emotion doesn't mean I don't have any emotions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just because I may not speak on the emotions right away doesn't necessarily mean that while I'm hearing you, I don't have emotions inside. So while I have my emotions inside, instead of just letting them out and blowing up
Mm-hmm.
and having, I'm not even going to call it a conversation at that point, more so an argument.
Mm-hmm.
To avoid that, I prefer to hear, listen, you know, and then take some time, really sit down and understand. I try to understand where you're coming from.
I guess I just want your rollover time to be a little faster, and it's just I come to being together for almost 7 years. I've come to
It's been
realize
7 years already.
it's been 7 years.
That's crazy. Doesn't that mean that like what they say like happens after every
No,
7 years?
that's 7 years married. We were 7 years together, so
Okay.
we have like 3 more years to go before we get the 7 year itch.
See,
I guess I just wish your rollover time sometimes was a little faster, but I've come to realize that that's your process.
but it works.
Okay.
I'm being honest because
I don't know if it works, but I'm gonna say okay.
well, the reason I say it works is more so because, like I said, if you're already emotional and I match your emotions, do you think that would work better?
I don't think it has anything to do with your emotions, but I feel like sometimes if is there's such a long delay, I do feel like all right, like like I feel like I'm on a long distance call from back in the day, and it's like it takes a while for the person to respond, and it gets a little bit annoying because it feels like I don't know if I'm being heard. I don't know, and because of the person that you are, I don't know what you're thinking, and I don't know if you're gonna be completely honest.
Because the person I am is crazy.
Babe, you are very private. Like you are very like
But no,
it would be
but
easier for me to like
no,
because I feel like
I
you're
think
always going to give me the filtered version, and I
no,
sometimes I don't want the filtered version.
yeah, but like I said, we gonna agree to disagree on that because I feel like people say you don't want a filtered version, and then when you get it, like I remember I used to see this GIF on Instagram all the time when a girl be like they like a guy won an argument and says the right point, but then your girl being your girl and she tells you she don't like the way you said it, so now it's about your tone and all this stuff. I'm just like. Yeah, no, I think no. People, that sounds great on paper. That sounds great in theory. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I'm not buying that.
it's going to be an agree to disagree.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
That's what I'm saying. I come to accept that this is how you are, but is this like one of my favorite things about you that you take 3 to 5 business days to respond to anything that I said that may be a little bit controversial? No, it's not my favorite thing, but I've come to accept it.
But yeah, so number one, I would say for me personally, I would say the number one habit that I would say definitely that's needs to be broken down, that you should look to break while you're single. And I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say this for myself, is a desire the strong desire to get married. I don't think I don't like, I know it sounds weird and I'm going to explain why I say that. Why I think that is something that desire that, because a lot of us, like I said, a lot of us that are here, we love the idea of relationships and dating and stuff like that. I think I was just talking to somebody a couple of days ago that's like I want to get into a relationship so bad. I want to get into a relationship so bad. That desire, in my opinion, has to go. while you're single.
Did the person explain to you why they wanted to be in a relationship, or they just said that?
No, they explained why.
Okay.
I don't want to say why because if I do, they'll know who they are.
Okay.
Why do I say that? I say that because the more you expect from something, the more easily you are disappointed.
Sheesh.
The higher your expectations for something, the more easily it is for something to not live up to your expectations. And I feel like a lot of us, because we have such a strong desire to get into a relationship, to get married and blah, 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 we paint marriage as this like end all be all thing that's going to make life so much better.
And it's not.
And then when it doesn't get better, like just follow me for a second. When it doesn't get better, and then now you get easily disappointed, and when you get easily disappointed, you no longer want to work to keep your marriage together. Now you start to think that it was probably better when you were single. And then from there, you don't want to keep your marriage anymore and you just want to get divorced. Okay. There are people, and I remember, I was telling my wife this not too long ago, a lot of us, because you don't yet know what's on the other side of the fence, you're very curious about it. And that's where you want to go. You want to run to the other side of the fence. And then when you get there, you realize that the grass is not always greener on the other side. And then by the time you get there, because it didn't match your expectations, now everything that you just want to move back now. You want to go back to where you were. And because you want to go back to where you were, now it's just kind of like you don't want to try and make this work. Because, like I said, when your expectations aren't met, especially mankind, and I would even say this generation for sure, we don't, and I think, something that both my wife and both Nat said in the comments, we run from conflict. Our generation runs from conflict. We run a lot from conflict. We avoid conflict. We avoid certain things. And because of that, because we run from these things, once they happen, or once they show their ugly head, we buy a one-way ticket back to wherever it is that we came from. And that becomes dangerous. So, like I said, I know it sounds weird that I say this, but I do think it's one of the biggest habits that I think a lot of us should break. Marriage doesn't solve all your problems, guys. I want that to be very honest. Relationships will not solve all your problems.
They expose them.
Yeah. If anything, they make your problems worse. Much worse. Because let's think about it. What exactly is marriage? You're with somebody for the rest of your life. Like I don't want to say stuck with, but I'm going to say you're stuck with someone for the rest of your life. However long that life may be. You really think that's always easy? Like, do you really think that's going to solve all your problems? You really think that you're always going to want to be around that person, or that person will always want to be around you? You really think that, and I tell people, the closer you are with someone, the more likely it is for conflict to ignite or to start. If I have a match and I have a box, a matchbox, and I keep them far away from each other, then you're never going to catch a fire. But the closer they get to the point where they're touching now, all it takes is the fire starts. The closer you get to someone, the more easily it is for a fire to start. Mm-hmm. Conflict is always going to arise quicker when you're closer enough, when you're within close enough proximity. Mm-hmm. And that's what marriage does. Marriage puts you tied with somebody. You spend the rest of your life together. And that's it. Like, you really think that's going to solve all your problems? Like, there are people out there that believe that marriage will allow them to understand what love feels like. No.
Can make you feel what loneliness feels like.
Like, yeah, marriage can, what my wife said is very true. Marriage can make you feel more alone than when you were single. Like, you can feel more alone in a marriage than when you're single.
Especially if you didn't choose the right person and you chose them out of desperate nature.
Yeah. Like, marriage can definitely make you feel more alone than you felt when you were single. And you may ask why. How is that possible? The worst type of solitude, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, but the worst type of solitude, in my opinion, is when you have somebody, and even when you have that person, you still feel alone. Versus when you're just alone. Because it's as if I can tell you, like, you're being teased with an opportunity for something better, but you can't get it. Whereas when you're just alone, nothing is being dangled in front of your head. You just know you're alone. You just know you by yourself. You're in a corner. Like, think about it. I don't know about other people, but alone hits different when you were always alone versus when you had company and then you get alone. Like, those two types of alones feel different. Like, when you grow up in solitude all the time, that's one thing. But when you have an opportunity to experience a friendship circle or to experience having people around, and then after that you get pulled into, you lose that, and then you're by yourself, that hits different. How many of you have always told your parents, you're not understanding me? You're not understanding me. But yet when you get into a friendship, people are always telling you, you're not understanding me. What's the difference? You go home and you tell your parents, my parents you're not listening to me. You're not hearing me. You're not understanding me. But yet every time you get into a friendship, they tell you the same thing. You're not hearing me. You're not understanding me. You're not listening to me. You're not giving me a chance. Yeah. You're not hearing me out. You're not this, you're not that. So what's the difference between you and your parent? Like, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
At the end of the day, I really feel like, that's a second habit that I encourage all of you to break. And I'm going to tell you, biblically speaking, why to break it. God doesn't like ugly. God doesn't like ugly. God is a very just God. He's not fair. He's just. He's a just God. God is the God where if he tells you all the time to honor your mother and your father, honor them. Yes, the Bible also says, parents, do not annoy your children. Don't drive them crazy. And like I said, in the Haitian community, you always go to hear the first half of Ephesians 6, verse 4 preached on, never the second half. God has a way of making you eat your words. He just has a way. And if he realizes you're the type to consistently criticize people for something, don't be surprised if he, in order to show you that you're not as good as you think you are, he's going to put you in situations where people criticize you for the exact same thing.
And then when you have that realization that, oh shoot, I am just like my mom, I am just like my dad.
It hurts. Like, the thing is, most of us don't like to realize it, and the reason we don't like to realize it is because we are so against the way our parents are that we refuse to believe that there's any possible chance that we can end up being the same way. We're so much against that there's no way we can be like this, there's no way this can be us, that we tell ourselves, you know what, this just can't be me. It's impossible. I don't have this in me. There's no way I have this about me. There's no way this is possible. And we like to tell ourselves, guys, do yourself a favor. Break that habit.
Please.
While you're single. Like I said, we only talking about the single habits. Break that habit. That idea, that notion that you are better than your parent. Break that.
Please.
Stop sitting here criticizing. Because I told my wife this, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago when we went out. I told her that. I said a lot of us in this generation, we all like to say that we are going to be different from our parents. We're going to have different relationships. We're going to last longer. We're going to stay together. And quite frankly, from all I've seen, we're not doing anything we're not doing anything to be better. Like, everything that we're doing, as far as I'm concerned, is going to end us up in the same boat. When I see people's relationships today, when I see the way people are getting together today, when I see how people are just being really immature about their relationships, quite frankly, what happened to your parents is going to happen to you. And I mean that in the nicest of ways.
What is one thing that you like you realized when you first got married? Like, oh, like I gotta change this.
I don't think when I first got married, I don't feel like I was that open to any sort of critique. And that, well, let me rephrase. I picked and choose what I was willing to be open to. And I feel like that I had to fix that. Because I feel like when I first got married, I was of the notion, I was raised a certain way. I was okay with the way I was raised. The way I was raised was fine. I don't feel like I came out bad, blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, I'm good. I don't think I was that open to being willing to see things from a different perspective. And I feel like that was something I had to break. That was a habit I definitely had to break.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that was something that you was gonna say. I didn't even know you had that issue. Did I ever tell you that, or that's just something you realized on your own?
Like I said, guys, you're trying for YouTube, bro.
No, I promise you, babe. I'm being serious. Like, is that? I hate when you side eye me like that. Stop doing that. You and your sister love doing that. Stop.
My sister.
Esther. Y'all love the side eye. Y'all love the side eye. All right. Babe, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. All right, fine. Whatever. I didn't know that you had that habit. I really don't. And I'm not doing that off of YouTube. I didn't know that you... I knew that you were difficult to, like, accept criticism. That I know. But I didn't know that you picked and choose which ones was... All right, I like to hear this.
It's like the ones that I felt that were, like, easier. It's like if I felt like I could believe it and understand it about myself, then I heard you out.
Okay.
But if I felt like I couldn't see where you're coming from, I just didn't care.
Dang.
And I felt like that was wrong.
The truth is coming out, yo.
No, I had to learn. that. And
I did not know that about you.
I feel like, I've tried my best over the years to try and get better at that. I'll never say I'm perfect.
I think you're a way better communicator now than you are when we first got married. That's one thing I can say about you.
I'm trying.
No, you're way better at communicating. You're way better at orchestrating a more constructive argument and conversation. Like, you got that. You pretty good at that. I'm trying to get like you, but you're pretty good at that.
Like, and I think I told you this before. I feel like if you enter into something with the mindset that you can get out anytime you want, you're more than likely not willing to fight as hard as if you felt like you had to stick this through. And I feel like I did right now, like, for example, right before we joined this, right, I was listening to a short about this couple, and they were talking about how, they were actually encouraging people. And it was funny because the woman that was speaking, she doesn't do this herself. But she was telling other people, she was like, oh, it's good to have your own little account to the side, to have your own money to the side, just in case, if the person leaves you and you're not around anymore, so that you're able to do things on your own. I'm like, and then when her man asked her, do you have that? She said, no, I don't. And then he said, why not? She said, well, I don't believe that I need one because I feel like my relationship, I'm not willing to leave it. So there's no reason for me to have one. I'm like, hold up. So that's your mentality for your relationship, but when it comes to somebody else, you tell them. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like, it's weird to me that I those conversations, I think they're dangerous. I think they're tricky. And this is why, like I said, I feel like a lot of the relationship discussions that people have now are not biblically founded because the Bible doesn't support this idea of separation in the first place. Right? So, for example, when people ask, for example, hey, are prenups a good thing? The reason why I tell you that the Bible doesn't even talk about it is because as far as God's concerned, you got it together till death. So I don't understand why we're talking about prenups in the first place. Like, why are we talking about separation? As far as let no man tear apart what God put together. So why am I thinking of the emergency plan if things go wrong? Like, so I do feel that way. I do feel like that's the way things are, unfortunately, right now, where there's so many people that feel like they have an option to escape, and we are encouraging that. I do feel like a lot of those current conversations encourage it. So, but yeah, that'll be a whole separate topic. So I do feel like I said, don't have super high expectations, and we branch off into a lot of things. Like my wife said, for example, don't sit here and thinking that marriage is going to solve all your issues. They're not. Marriage is not meant to solve your issues. Marriage is not a band-aid. Marriage is not a medication. Marriage is not a surgery. Marriage is not a hip replacement or whatever. No, marriage is just another phase in life. That's all it is. Another phase in life that's going to come with its own set of trials and tribulations. That's it. I know we also spoke about, stop thinking too much about stop coming for your parents. Like, stop coming for your parents. Do yourself that favor. Stop coming for your parents. Like, as much as you may not really like certain things that they do or enjoy the way they go about things, I'm telling you this straight up right now. You'll be very surprised if God were to drop a mirror in front of you right now, and the reflection that you'll see will be that parent that you don't like. Like, you'd be very surprised. So stop doing that. The one other thing that I think that my wife already mentioned that I think is worth discussing also, and I think multiple people discuss this, right? But I think the general idea of self reflection, self examination, if you feel like you can't do that, that's a problem. And we'll talk about that when we speak about this famous word that my wife and I got when we first got married, known as adjustment.
Ooh.
Like,
oh, baby child, I forgot about that word.
No, I didn't, because I feel
that
like
word has been the season of our lives.
I feel like a lot of people, that word adjustment was such a big word for us when we first got it. And I still go by that word every day. Because marriage is adjustment. It's a huge adjustment. It's no longer just you.
You have a responsibility of someone else. Yes,
I'm sorry to tell you this, but you don't matter that much anymore.
Whew.
Like, I'm going to be really honest with you. Especially
your dreams, your goals, your everything.
Yeah, especially if you were raised as a spoiled child, you're going to have a very harsh reality check.
Yeah.
It's not about you anymore.
Yeah.
It's no longer circled about you anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
and the fact that you think that you can run to your parents with every little issue and every little problem, like any little inconvenience.
Yeah, it's you don't have that luxury anymore. Yeah. And so, but like I said, we'll get to that in the future. But to reel back in, I really think at the end of the day, to go all the way back, you have to be willing to. You have to be mendable. You have to be flexible. And that's something you have to realize about yourself in your single period. How do you take critique when somebody gives it to you? When somebody points something out about you, how do you take it? And if you don't take it well, if you realize you're not someone that takes it well, marriage won't be for you. Because you have two options in marriage. You either get a partner that's willing to talk things out about you, or you get a partner that just decides to keep everything to themselves. And a partner that keeps everything to themselves, I promise you, can potentially start opening up to someone else. And I don't think you want that.
Tired of the silence? It's time to speak up. Too many are suffering quietly. It's time for a generation to rise and break the silence. Breaking Christian Silence. It isn't just a channel, it's a movement. And this December 20th, it's going live.
Where you guys going?
BCS Live! Stop talking and let's go.
Bring your voice, bring your story. Let's break the silence together.
And we back, 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 we back. We are back. We're back with another episode. Oh my bad. We're back with another episode of Breaking Christian Silence. Real talk, real issues, real faith. Where we are breaking breaking the silence
One conversation at a time. Welcome to BCS.
She always be dragging that. But we your hosts, Emmanuel, and this is I'm here with my lovely wife.
One thing I love about you, babe.
She's not going to introduce herself.
My name's Abigail.
I'm sorry, guys. She's not really,
I'm hungry, baby. You know that. I was telling you that. I'm really hungry.
You should have ate food before. I thought you should have ate. You didn't eat before.
There was no food in the house.
Since when has that stopped you? Like, you and Uber Eats have been best friends since I met you.
Not you telling the people my business. Anyway, one thing I love about you, and I'm just like watching the video. What thing you gonna do, baby? You gonna my wife these people to death. Like my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. I love that for you, baby.
Would you rather me say Pastor Wood's daughter?
No, baby. I'm just saying I love it. I love that you do that.
I can say Sylvama's granddaughter if you want.
Okay.
She has a lot of those though.
Yeah,
or I could say Peter's sister.
Actually,
I'll say Benjamin's cousin. I think that one goes best.
I wear many hats.
Okay, Benjamin's cousin.
Please don't do that.
No, I think that works.
People don't know who Benjamin is.
Benjamin. How do they not know who Benjamin is?
I'm joking.
Everyone knows who Benjamin is.
I'm joking.
Benjamin is that one guy that should be on the live but has been flopping for a while.
He's busy right now. He's really busy right now.
He's not busy, man. Guy's barely busy, bro.
No, he's actually really busy right now.
Bro, he's not doing anything, bro.
Okay, he's actually doing something right now.
Oh, he's not, bro.
I can't say what he is doing, but I know what he's doing, and you know what he's doing too. So I don't know why you acting like
Benjamin not doing anything, bro. Benjamin. This is Benjamin's cousin talking. This is Benjamin, the same one that said that if he ever see his pastor slap his wife on the butt, he'd feel away.
He feel away because he can't do it, because he would. He can't do it now.
I said, wow.
When the time comes and he does it, he gonna do it. Yo, Benjamin is gonna drag. Oh my God. I do not want to. I can wait for that time. Like, I can wait. Like, I can wait a couple more years.
Benjamin, the magic school bus. The magic school bus.
Benjamin's gonna drag it, bro.
Benjamin.
We
love you, bro. Wherever you are, we love you. Even though you may or may not be in the vicinity.
Yeah.
It's already started. Here we go. It's already started. Someone gotta put a phone like a prison or something before we start.
Okay, I'm sorry, baby.
But we back, guys. We're back after a week. Sorry for the little side talk, but we're back. We're happy to be here once again with another episode of Breaking Christian Silence. Real talk, real issues, real faith. We're gonna close the month out with a bang, right? We're gonna close the month out with a bang. But first and foremost, I want to take a moment. I don't know if she's watching, but happy birthday, Sepola.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You know we love you.
Happy birthday, Ruben. Woo, 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 woo.
We know you. We love you, Sepopo. Wherever you are, happy birthday. You always like to say that you changed our diapers. She did. She definitely did. She still got more diapers to change in the future, but I mean,
let's calm down. Slow down.
she changed our diapers.
Slow down now.
So we love you, Sepopo.
We love you so much.
And I personally want to take I definitely want to take a moment and say, I'm really appreciative of Sepola. I can never really explain how appreciative I am. If it wasn't for her, I could easily have been dead. But she definitely came through for us, for my family, for my sisters, for my mom. So may God bless you, Sepopo. We love you. Batista Chile. All right, never that. But you know we love you. We definitely love you. And again, Ruben, Ruben being Ruben.
Happy birthday, Ruben.
Happy
I had to
birthday.
press your wife earlier to make sure that you had a good day. And she was like, she did her job. So that's all that matters.
I don't know. I don't want to know what doing her job means. So I'm gonna
No,
keep my
babe,
mouth
not
shut.
like that. Like, did she, like, I don't know. Maybe because, like, women take birthdays more seriously than men. Like, you don't be taking your birthday seriously, but I do. Like, every year is a party. Um,
I'm not even looking forward to my birthday this year.
this
man.
year, you about to have a good old time, babe.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
No, I'm not.
I got so many gifts in
No,
plan. I'm
no,
already
I'm
starting
not.
to like.
No, I'm
I
not.
can't do too much because we're on a spending budget.
I'm not.
But
I'm not excited at all.
last year,
My
what
birthday's
you
on a
didn't you enjoy
Sunday.
your birthday last
I'm
year?
not enjoying that whatsoever. My birthday's on a Sunday.
Didn't you, Susie?
I'm not enjoying
You
this.
already know, girl. We excited.
You excited? I'm not.
I'm excited.
And people go realize I'm not excited. I'm
You
not.
know what's crazy? I don't
I'm
really
not
like
at
to be the
all.
center of attention. Like, I don't personally like that. Like, I don't enjoy that. So, like, that's why on my birthday, all the time, I always try to go away for my birthday. I just spend time with my man because that's really what I like to do. But, thank you, Jamaica. I just little. This is a little.
I'm not at all excited for my
But
birthday.
I'm excited
this
for your
year.
birthday, baby.
I'm not excited at all. I'm not excited. My birthday falls on a Sunday. I'm not excited about that at all. So
You're not excited for all the things that I have planned for you?
I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not excited for my birthday this year. But,
31. How does it feel?
as I said, I'm not excited. So
We about to have a good old time. I'm gonna do so much stuff for your birthday this year.
but nonetheless,
I'm excited.
We thank God. So, but again, guys, please remember.
For sure.
This is my last time that you guys are going to hear this from me on the live. This Saturday is November 1st. All merch prices are going up after this Saturday. So please, guys, I'm not responsible. If you don't get your merch now while the prices are the way they are, I'm not responsible. We've said it, we've reset it, we've announced it, we've done everything we could to tell you guys this from the jump. But please, all merch prices starting Sunday morning when you wake up, if you open that link, the prices will no longer be the same. So please do yourselves a favor. Order now while the prices are the way they are. Because once Sunday comes, we are not responsible for anyone saying, oh, I didn't get my merch. Can you do? No. Okay, you guys had ample time. We told you guys to put your orders in, so this wouldn't happen. But we're going to leave it at that. So please make sure you do that. And also, please, if you haven't already, RSVP for BCS Live. December 2025 is going to be the first, praying the first of many, December 20th, 2025. So we're excited, guys. We're excited. So make sure that you share. For those that haven't shared the event, we'd love to see everybody. December 20th, 2025. Please make sure that you RSVP ASAP. RSVP ASAP. Share with a friend, a colleague, a coworker, aunt, uncle, mother, daughter, hamster, cat, dog, whatever you got to do. We want to see a full house that day. We want to see everybody. Especially would love to see people that we've never seen before. Those that support us from far on our podcast. We'd love to see all of you guys. So make sure, please make sure that we see you guys. And definitely, like I said, spread the word. Spread the word. Get the word out there so that we can have fun. We can have fun that day. Also, please remember to follow us, subscribe on our YouTube channel and all of our socials. Please note all the socials are on the screen at the bottom: TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So please do it. Please help us out. We ask you guys to please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Follow us on all platforms. And remember, after starting December 20th, all YouTube streams for BCS will no longer be on this channel. They'll not be on this channel anymore. If you want to find us, if you want to keep following us, which you should want to keep following us, please make sure that you'll follow our other channel that you'll see on the screen, Breaking Christian Silence. We got YouTube, we got TikTok, and we have IG. All right? So please, 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 please follow us on all. And we're still trying to get to 1K on this one. You know, that's been, my wife has been stressing that for a good minute. We're trying to get to 1K.
Why are you looking at me like that, baby?
Because that's usually your thing.
That's my cue? That's my cue? I didn't want to, like, cut you off, baby. You know, I got to be respectful.
Baby, you've been calling me out since day one on this podcast. Don't act like you're trying to be different now.
Oh, child, my stomach is growling. I'm hungry, y'all. Don't do that. No, I want everyone to please continue to share, comment, like, subscribe, continue to engage in the comments. We love the comments. That's the reason why we do it live. So continue to do that. And you know, our goal is to hit to 1K, but I know you're not hungry, Jamaica. You always eating. Yeah. But our goal is to hit to 1K. Ooh, I said 100K. Ooh, that's a long time from now. But our goal is to hit 1K, and we cannot hit 1K without your support. We cannot hit 1K without you guys encouraging us and continue to following us. And, you know, and hopefully by the time people start wearing their merch and all that stuff like that, then maybe it will get more traction. But as of right now, we're doing word of mouth and through Instagram and TikTok and the YouTube. So make sure that you guys follow everything. We love to hear you guys what you say. We only do this because you guys continue to support us and continue to push us to continue to do this channel. So without your support, we are nothing. Yeah, we're just two people that's just chatting away. So we love you guys, and yeah, I can't wait to start the show.
It's more like my wife is shit. Like, she talk more than me. I'm just chilling. It's alright. But we here, guys.
I talk more than you?
Yeah, you talk.
You're very long-winded, babe.
You talk
You
more than
can
me.
chatter.
You talk. Well, on this podcast, I have to.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No,
when you're up for it, you can be pretty long-winded.
But the difference is you always up for it, and you always long-winded. Like, period.
I'm not long-winded.
Yes, bro.
Can we start?
Like, the apple don't fall far from the tree, bro. Like,
Can we start?
Okay. Pray, Madam Pastor, pray.
No, you gonna pray first, because I always pray at the end.
No,
we know this. Everybody know it.
Madam Pastor, umedale habang kunya.
No, babe, come on. Stop doing that. We waited on you, Pastor.
I told you pray, man.
You being so petty today. I don't know what's wrong with you. Heavenly Father, we thank you. We worship you, oh God, for who you are and who you continue to be. Here's this live that we bring in front of you, Lord God. We ask you, Lord Heavenly Father, that anything that we say, Lord God, during this podcast, Lord Jesus, that it will contribute to the furtherance of your kingdom. Lord God, we don't want anything to be said that, Lord Heavenly Father, that comes from the flesh and feeds the flesh. But God, we want to feed the spirit. So God, have your way in this podcast. Have your way. We would like to see different viewers tonight, Lord God. So Father God, show up and show out as you usually do. Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you. We worship you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And let the people say, amen, 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 amen.
Okay.
All right, so we back to where we were last week, guys. Last week we
start the show.
Well, for a couple of weeks now, you know, we've been talking about singleness. And how did we get into singleness? Obviously, we were talking about relationships. Still kind of under that whole relationship umbrella. But now we're kind of discussing how relationships how singleness is important. Pray for me, guys. 'Cause
Babe, I'm
I'm about
listening
to
to
break the
you.
phone. I'm about to break the phone.
Why do you get so distracted every time I look at my phone?
No, you don't look at it, bro. It's like we here. We're supposed to be like having like
A
you and I talking.
conversation.
But I can't conversate when you conversating with your
Converse.
tongue. I can't conversate.
Conversate is not a word.
No, we're gonna say conversate because I'm gonna be serious. I can't conversate with you when you're
Converse.
conversating with your phone.
Okay. Converse.
No, conversating. But nonetheless, we've been talking about about singleness for a while, and why we've been talking about that because we said again, when you're dealing with a relationship, you have to understand you weren't born married, you weren't born together. When God created Adam and Eve, he created them separately. When God created Adam, he created Adam first, and Adam found Eve along the way, along the route. It took time for Adam to be ready for that, but we saw that before Adam got there were things that God put into Adam first, roles and responsibilities that he gave Adam. He gave Adam commandments. He gave Adam the things to do, the do's and the don'ts. And after that, he put Adam in the operation room and performed surgery and got Eve out. And a lot of times, like I said, we skip that period of being single. A lot of us, we focus more on praying about God, I want someone, instead of saying, God, prepare me for someone. We don't like to make that prayer. We don't like to ask God to help us, to instruct us, and to show us how to get to that point, right? So that said, we said, let's take a step back and talk about singleness for a bit. And last week, we started talking about friendships, right? We spoke about friendships. And today, we're just going to spend at least a good time answering a lot of the questions that we've received. We didn't get to do that last week. We didn't get through all of them. Obviously, we try to speak about it a little bit, and then we save time for questions at the end. But we just had so many questions flooding in that it was impossible to get through all of them. So we're not even going to do the discussion much today. I think we went over a good chunk of it last week. I mean, if you have more, obviously this is the time. If you have questions, for those that are following us on IG, you can submit your questions through Instagram. If you don't have IG, you can either ask your question in the chat or you can send a text to the number that you see on your screen, 347-948-4650. Any of the three works. You can submit your question through any of the three aforementioned ways, and we will log them for today and answer as many questions as we can. We're going to try and get through as many as we can. Again, please make sure we're only addressing questions that have to do with friendship. If it's not a friendship-related question, we're not answering. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully we're ready. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. My wife isn't ready, guys, but we're going to try, as best as we can. So, let's begin. Let's begin with our questions for today.
Oh, so yeah.
And we have some scenarios too. We have some scenarios, which is great. So, but anyway, let's deal with this. So, a Haitian person definitely sent this question because there's a Creole in it. How do you deal with a friend or with someone who has vieillesse or vieux tempérament that are visible to others too?
Do you know who this person is?
I do.
Okay.
So let me translate that because obviously that was a Haitian that said that, but we have to put it in English.
Is that the full question?
That's the full question.
Okay.
So we're going to translate it into English because I'm not allowed to say the person out there. But
Can you
anyway.
Tell me who the person is?
Yeah, I could tell you later. So
he be telling me he gonna tell me later, and he never do.
I gotta tell you later. I can't tell it now.
You just lip.
Well, look at the person that comments. That tells you everything you need to know. Anyway, okay. How do you deal with someone that has a bad temperament or a lot of, I don't know how to say this, like a lot of mess in them?
They're just messy. They're messy. Like they probably do a lot of like gossiping and all that stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So how do you deal with someone like that? Who change the channel is crazy. How do you deal with someone like that? And especially if those flaws are visible to other people too. You want to take that?
Can I read it? Can I see it, baby?
It's on your phone.
Oh,
So the one time that you should be using your phone for actual like stuff, you know.
okay.
It's crazy, right? Think about it. Think about it. It's crazy if you think about it, right?
Oh, which one is it?
Scroll all the way to the friendship section.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's like the second one under friendship.
Oh, VMS or ama that are visible to others. How do you deal with someone else?
So how do you deal with someone who has VMS or Via Temperama that are visible to others too?
I think you should go first, baby.
Okay.
First,
First,
I want to see where you go with this.
what do you mean where I go with it?
Like, how you gonna answer? It's my little cheat sheet. Go
This
ahead.
is why I usually go second. This is usually why I go second.
Remember when we first started dating and I used to
I
do
knew
something?
she was gonna say
All
that.
right. I'm not gonna bring that up.
So, okay. I think the first thing to understand is this when dealing with somebody else, when dealing with a friend, because I think this question will also be something that you have to deal with in a relationship. It's going to be something that you deal with marriage. Like I said, everyone, and they want to start adding to their question.
Hotline is blinging.
They want to add to their, because the person that asked the question is now adding more people. Sorry, guys. My wife is acting weird. Okay.
What
So
does that mean?
so basically the first thing I'll tell everyone personally when you're dealing with anyone or anything at all, I think we want to keep in mind that no one's perfect. I think that's the first thing to keep in mind. No one is perfect. As every time you're telling someone that you're dealing with somebody, understand that that person is also dealing with you.
Period.
Right? We don't have the right to. I understand that, a lot of us like to put people's flaws on a balance, on a scale. Like this trait is worse than that trait is worse than this trait, this is worse than that is worse than this. At the end of the day, everyone has flaws, everyone has bad traits, everyone has something that would probably push people away. I don't think there's no such thing as a perfect person, right? So first and foremost, whenever you're dealing with anybody, anyone, you should always keep in mind that the biggest thing about it is that we have to be very aware that we are throwing rocks from a glass house. Okay? You may not have the same flaw as the person that you're criticizing or as the person that you see has a bad flaw, but you have a flaw. And you may have more flaws than that person that you're talking about. Okay? You may have more bad things in you than that person. You may say to yourself, oh, I don't have that much. And that person is looking at you like, yes, you do. As a matter of fact, you have more than them. And I usually tell people the person that is actually identifies everyone else's flaws usually has the worst flaws of them all.
The most flaws, too.
The person that is able to always go around and tell people you have this flaw, you have that flaw, is usually the person that A, sucks at self-reflection.
Oof, I was going to say
and
that.
B, again, has more flaws than everyone else they're talking about. Because a lot of times what people like to do is to avoid the attention being on them, they talk about everyone else.
Yep.
To avoid themselves being the center of attention or to avoid someone looking at them too much, They
Yes.
tend to say, let's shift the attention to X person, Y person. Stop.
Preach it, Pastor.
Stop.
Go ahead, baby.
They tend to shift the attention to other people.
You do you want me to do
And
that in church when you preaching? Do you want me to get up and start saying, "Yes, that's my baby"?
that's just not you.
Okay, it's
Like,
not.
no,
But I'm just
it's
asking.
not you. So, anyway, we have to keep in mind that, and I'm saying this because I feel like a lot of times we spend more time criticizing others than evaluating ourselves.
Yeah.
We spend a lot more time doing that. And as a result, that's why you tend to never become a better person. Okay? You tend to do what a lot of other people do, and you do exactly what God tells you not to do. Right? So I think that's the first thing to keep in mind. Yes, the person that you see that has bad temperaments, that has bad this, that has bad that, yes, they may have that. But be very careful when you start pointing those things out, because you're not that much better.
Ooh.
Okay? You're not that much better. You have flaws just like them.
Yeah.
You have things about you that stinks just like them. And the same way that you're able to tell somebody that this person has flaws that suck, that this, that, there's someone out there saying the same about you. There's someone out there that's saying, that person, no, that person. So keep that in mind. That's one. Number two,
Oh, dang, you got points.
I also,
All right, go ahead, baby.
I also want to say that a lot of what you consider to be bad temperaments can be subjective. So why do I say that? I say that, and I guess that kind of goes into a point that I wanted to mention that I think we didn't mention last week, is that as much as we spoke about how friendships can be positive for a future relationship, they can also be negative.
Big facts.
The reason I say they can be negative is because what one person may like or dislike about you, the person that God has for you may actually like it or dislike it about you. So for example, let's say for me, right? I'm not that outgoing. I'm not someone that talks a lot. I may have been friends with someone that actually is okay with that. That's okay with me being quiet. That's okay with me being silent, this, that, and the other thing. I didn't marry someone that was that okay with that. Right? She got used to it over time, and
I don't know
obviously
if I completely agree with that, but I'm gonna let you slide.
you were not okay with me being quiet. You
I'm
hated
okay with you being an introvert.
that. Nah, introvert one, but me being quiet around you at the
Around
beginning,
me?
you did not like
Yeah,
that. You
okay.
did not like that at all. So someone may like that, but my wife doesn't. So that's why I want you to understand, as much as friendships can be good, it can be like, there can be things that end up being, I don't want to say bad, but not to your benefit, if I should say.
Can I add on to what you're saying? I think that I'm not trying to cut you off, baby. I promise. I have a little idea, and I'm just saying, what do you think about this? I think that different friendships brings out different things out of you, right? And I just think that maybe you just need to learn as a person to adjust to every person that is in your life. Like, how I am with my brother is not how I am with you. Like, we have granted, we're in a romantic relationship, so it's different. But like, how I am with Benjamin is not how I am with Peter. How I am with this ex friend is not how I am with that Y friend. Like, every person brings out a different person out of you. And sometimes, even though this may not be this particular person's favorite part of you or quality, it may be someone else's. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. I just think that, like, you just have to learn how to adjust to what the person in front of you particularly brings out of you. That's kind of how I see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you saw me and my cousins, like my girl cousins, you would be like, oh dang, Abigail's a whole different beast around her cousins. But that's just how I am with them versus how I am with you. is completely different. I mean, I used to try to bring that raunchiness into our relationship, but that's not your cup of tea, and I had to respect that.
So I agree to an extent. I feel like it can be dangerous because, and I guess this is why it comes down to making sure that you know who you choose to be close to and who you choose not to be close to, all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, for someone like let's say someone wants to make believe that they have 100 friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I say make believe because no one in this world has 100 friends.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have whatever. You tell me you got thousands of followers or hundreds of people on your Facebook. No, but if you have like 100 friends, I would never encourage someone like you got to be some. I don't think anyone has the energy or capacity to be different with 100 people.
I think there's different groups of people bring different things out of you.
No, I agree. I agree that different people bring different
Because
things
I think
out
that
of you.
maybe that friendship, you may not be close friends with 100 people, but there's probably friend groups that are they're subsets, and maybe they bring a different personality. Like, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like a two-faced kind of thing, but it's like, you see how I am with Peter, and you see how I am with Benjamin. I'm not like that with you. And yes, we are in a romantic relationship, but that funny, goofy, like, like that Canarsie girl is not how I am with you.
I was gonna say, I mean, with Peter and Benjamin, I feel like the only reason I find it's different is because, I mean, you guys grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, you guys grew up together. You guys have been cool together. I mean, I'm not the same way with you that I may be with others. I can understand that, and vice versa. I do think, you guys that I feel like you guys grew up together. You guys did everything together and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I can understand that. I can understand that. What I am saying though, I do think that I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think it has its limits. Mm-hmm. I think there's a limit in which there's a limit of how much I'm willing to adjust around someone. Yeah. Let's put it that way.
I agree. I think that your core should be your core. Like, your values and your morals should always be the same, regardless of the environment that you're in.
Not just that, but also for me, it's more so like, are you worth it? Like, if you're not worth it, I'm sorry. Like, how I am is how I am.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not worth it, I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. Like, you're going to get the
bare minimum.
You're going to get the uninterested Emmanuel. You're going to get the Emmanuel that texts you back every 3 hours, 10 hours, 3 days.
You're a terrible texter when you want to be.
When I want to be, I will not text you.
You're not really good at responding.
If I want to respond, I will. But if I don't, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, I don't. Like 95% of the time, I'm just. And the worst part,
I think I'm a pretty interesting person, so.
I feel like the funny part is because I remember growing up, I always said to myself, my phone was dry. I can't really talk to anybody. And then I get to this point in my life, I'm like, I don't really want to talk to anybody anymore. I'm just like, times have changed. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, so I guess to circle it back, because we went on a very big
sorry, baby.
wide tangent.
I just wanted to add on to that. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry,
I think it's fine. I think so I do think that character flaws can sometimes be subjective. Not all of them. Some of them are just universally bad or universally good, right? But some are, in my opinion, can be a bit subjective. Mm-hmm. Like, just because you may not like something about somebody, that may just be because of who you are. Mm-hmm. So if it's just you that doesn't like something about someone just because of who you are, I mean, that's just you. Mm-hmm. Like, then just stay away from the person. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the person should go out their way to change for you, especially if what you're saying is not even that big of a deal to change in the first place.
Okay.
But that's the point too. The third thing I would say is, now let's say...
You got 3 points.
No, because I do have to answer the question ultimately. So let's say, for example, what the person have, like we got past 1, you got past point 2. You feel like now you're at a point where it's like, okay, how do you actually deal with that kind of thing? I mean, ultimately, I think you have 2 choices. You want to work with the person or you just leave. It's simple. I don't think there's many different ways to go about it. I either want to help you be better or I just don't care enough and I'm out. And that's why I tell people all the time when it comes to friendships, and that's the difference between a true friend and just a friend. A true friend is going to work with you through your mess, and that's why I always tell, my wife, there's certain people in my life I'll never forget. Because when I was at a point where everybody kind of just said they don't really care, they don't even want to check in, they don't even want to talk to me, they put me in a little trash can in a corner, in a box and everything like that. There's a
handful of people.
I won't say handful. I'll say 3 people, because there was legit only 3 people at the time that really stuck with me. 3 youth and then 2 adults.
Okay.
That I always say that really stuck with me through it all, through those rough times. And to this point, I mean, I always say, even though, 2 out of, one I haven't spoken to in a very long time. Well, a couple I haven't spoken to a very long time. But I'll always appreciate them. I'll always appreciate them, because at the end of the day, I always, I like to remember those that stuck it out with me, right? And help contribute to where I am today. I think, you have to know what kind of friend do you want to be to that person. Do you want to be a friend that's going to stick with them and help them and be there for them and push them through and all that stuff? Or do you just want to be that type of person that's going to be like, you know what, I'll tolerate you. And if you find yourself in the latter, then do me a favor, don't call that person your friend. And don't say you're that person's friend. You tolerate them. Tolerate is not friendship.
That can be cordial.
Cordial is fine. Cordial is not friendship.
Yeah, like associates.
Right? Yeah. You can be associates. You can be work buddies. You can be, hey, did you finish the homework type people. That's fine. But if you're at a point where it's just like, you know what, you do you, I'm going to do me, and I'm not really going to care what you do, then you're not friends. You're just whatever. But yeah, that's my answer.
That was very long-winded.
Yeah, I have multiple points.
I don't have that much points, but I want to be a little toxic. I'm not gonna lie. If I am in a friend group, and if it's a universal point that everyone in that friend group is saying like this particular person has a bad temperament and a bad, like, they're just really messy and stuff like that, I think it's fair enough to have a conversation. But my thing is, be aware with that conversation that you will just be like self-reflective enough to to understand that there may be reasons as to why this person has been this way towards you or towards the people in your group. So now my thing is like, just be open to hearing the other side. Be open to hearing the other side. Like, you can't.
Sarah, did you purchase any merch? No, thank you. Keep going.
I love confrontation. Like, that's one of the things that Emmanuel does not like about me. I love confrontation. I love me a conversation. So I am okay with telling the person, like, hey, these are such and such things that I don't like about you. All right. Now I'm a changing Christian, and, I'm trying to be okay, but I'm really good at cutting people off. Like, I think that's one of the, like, really bad traits about me. I would just stop talking to you after a while. Like, if I don't like you and if you keep doing the wrong things, I just will stop. I will ignore you. I will look at you right in the face and just pretend like you don't exist. I'm changing now. Like, I'm trying to be a better person and not do those things. But I think, especially if you're trying to grow and you're willing to listen to the other party, I think it's best that you have a conversation with this person. Be like, hey, like, I think that, and like I said last week, like, I think that you just need to be able to have a conversation where you see the person, like, don't make it a you conversation, make it a we conversation. Like, hey, we're trying to change, we're trying to grow. And I think there's things about one another that we may need to change. So that is kind of how I would go about it. But I don't want to be messy, and I'm not going to be messy, and y'all are not going to be messy and be toxic and say like, hey, let's talk about this person's temperament and messy ways behind the person's back, because that is also as messy, and you are also as bad temperamented as that person. So let's keep each other accountable and have it grown up conversations, because adult friendships they're hard. Friendships growing up together is difficult. So you need to be able to have those conversations, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a very messy situation, because people talk. Like, just because you talk to the one person and you think that one person is telling you, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing, but that person is probably gonna go say something. Because base believe, if you tell me something and you say don't say anything, I'm gonna run and tell Emmanuel. So unless if it's like I don't think he's gonna care, then I won't tell him. But yeah, that is my little spiel.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought you said you're gonna be toxic. You weren't really toxic.
My toxic thing is, I guess, like, yours is so like, oh, if you don't want to be friends with this person, don't say, don't throw stones, and you live in a glass house. No, like, throw the stones, but understand that those stones are going to be thrown back at you, and understand that you're going to have to fix that glass house, is what I'm saying.
Girl wants to be. You won't be starting problems.
I'm just saying. I think you should throw those stones. Throw those stones, because they need to be heard. You know what I mean? They need to be heard.
All right. Next question. Do you think friendships is the foundation to start off a relationship with your partner?
Yes.
You taking this one first, because I took the last one.
Yes. I don't think there's much for me to say outside of that. Yes.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah. Like, what else do you want me to say? I think what makes us work is that we're friends. So, like, you're really my home skilly biscuit. Like, you are that, and then you are my husband. You know what I mean? You are my lover. You wear multiple roles in this relationship, but at the same time, like, I think the core of our relationship is friendship. The reason why we are able to have a podcast and talk is because we're friends. Like, I don't think that if we weren't friends, we would be able to do this. Like, because being in love with someone does not mean that you like them. So, does not mean that you enjoy having conversation with them. So, I think that the reason why this is so fun and we enjoy doing this, and we have so much to say to each other, and we talk and all that stuff like that, is because we're friends. Like, at the end of the day, we're real good friends.
So you're saying that you feel like it's possible to not like each other,
but love each other,
but be in love with each other.
Yeah, I think it's very much so possible.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you don't agree?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can understand liking, not liking, and loving. I can understand that.
I think you could be in love with someone. You could be infatuated with someone, but then you realize that.
Well, infatuation, I wouldn't consider infatuation to be in love, though.
It's a part of love. I got to be a little infatuated with you.
I'm not saying it can't be a part of it, but I don't know if I would say that being infatuated with someone is the same as being in love with someone.
No.
Right?
I'm saying it comes together. Like, I'm a little obsessed with you. Just a little bit.
No, you're not. You're very obsessed. No, but
I think that let me explain, so maybe you can understand what I'm saying. I've seen people that are in love with each other. They care for each other. They respect one another.
Mm-hmm.
But at their very core, when you see they interact with each other, they're not friends. They don't really like each other. They probably can't even stand each other, to be honest. But they're in love.
But how does that look? Because I'm trying to think. Like I
I can
can,
show you how it looks, baby.
yeah. Because I can imagine. I can see someone being like, I love someone, but I don't like you. I can see that.
I mean that happens to us too. Like we love each other, but there are times where I don't like you, and there's times you don't like me. We can't stand each other. There are times, but I think that you can be in love with someone, and maybe the person thinks that they're in love, but they're probably not in love, and maybe it's a lustful thing that they in lust with this person, but they really don't like that person. Like that person to the core, like their core values, the person that they really are, it's like they 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 don't like that person. Like they love the fact that they're called wife, they love that the fact that they're called husband, they love the fact that they are together. They're in love with the idea of wedding, marriage, all the things that it brings, right? They're in love with this. Like they're in love with this idea. And when you sit down and talk to them, it's like how are you guys together? Like how are you guys friends? You guys are not friends. You guys are in love with this.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think that's interesting. I think I don't disagree.
Especially when
But
they have kids and you they have kids and they build this life together where it's like they build this life together, but they're it's like you start to, if you have a conversation with the two of them together and you're like, y'all don't like each other, y'all probably low-key hate each other.
I mean, yeah, I do think there are definitely people that I think they're together and their love for each other expired a long time ago. I definitely believe that. I'm just wondering because when I think of someone that's in love, I think, okay, now I can't see anymore.
Okay, sorry.
So I think,
Go ahead, baby, start talking.
so I do think
Don't make it
that
awkward.
I think that I can see. I don't know. I guess I'd have to see an example. Like I can see loving but not liking. I can see that
You never seen in love and not liking.
because I think in love is a different type of love, right? I think that
I think in love is subjective. I think that what you think is in love may not be what everyone else thinks is in love. And maybe that's probably why you feel this way. I think that what you think what in love means to you is personal. But I don't think everyone feels the same way. Like everyone deems what in love means, and it's like there's universal point of view. I don't think that's what it is.
because I don't see my like I can see I you can
You
convince
don't
me
see
more
yourself
you
in
can
love.
convince me more that someone loves someone that doesn't like them and can not be friends. You'd have a harder time to convince me that you can be in love with someone but you guys are not friends. Like that you're gonna have a hard time convincing me that
Okay.
one. Like I can if you're trying to convince me that you can love someone that you're not really friends with, I can see that. I can see that. In love with someone,
I think
I
it's
don't know.
because you.
We gotta talk. We gotta understand what what are you talking about? You in love with them? How?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean? Like maybe yeah, I guess it's the same way like when somebody talks about they say that they call this person is my friend and you guys were never friends, but you guys met yesterday and now you call yourself friends.
Exactly.
But
It's
I feel like
exactly
I feel like
that.
that's dumb.
It's like those friends that it's like they just met yesterday and like, oh my god, this is like my bestest friend and we're like so close
Yeah,
and all these things.
that sounds like you 12.
But there are real life adults that are like this.
Nah, you're not adult. You're 12. Like no,
Okay.
you're not adult, man. You can't tell. Nah, man. You can't tell me that you 36 and you acting like you have a 12-year-old mindset saying you met someone yesterday and you're your best friend.
Okay.
Like that. You go call that person an adult?
There are childlike adults in this world, babe. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Anyway, next question. Oh, did you answer? No, you didn't. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that, friendships are the foundation of relationships, or should be, I should say. I do believe that they should be. I am also aware of the fact that, there are relationships that start today that are not based on friendships. Whether they be after lust, whether they be after desperation, whether they be after something along those lines, it's possible. Those nowadays, there's so many different variables that cause people to get into relationships, whether it just be, not wanting to be alone or it's something, whatever that case may be. But I think a healthy relationship starts with friendship. I do think so. And the biggest reason I want to say I think that that's the case is mainly because I think if you truly understand what the word friendship means, then when you got into your relationship, you probably took your time. You probably got to know the person for who the person was, or at least tried to, because let's be honest, you never really gonna know anybody. But you tried. You tried to get to know the person for who they are instead of jumping into something that you don't even know what you're getting into. So I think if you become friends first, if you are friends first, I think that's great. And I think that's important regardless whether you are dating or not. You should always, be friends first. Always be friends first. Even if God gives you somebody, be friends first. I think that's important. Be friends first. Because I think, like my wife said, I do think that is something that one of the biggest reasons why we're still together. It was a friendship thing that started.
Yeah. Because I
think,
actually enjoy your company, and I would hope that you enjoy mine.
Man, saying you would hope is crazy. I feel slightly disrespected. Like, that's crazy.
Thank you, Farah. Not all couples are friends. Like, not all couples are friends.
I never said I don't believe all couples are not friends. All I'm saying is I find it difficult to believe that you can be in love without ever being friends.
I think
but
it's
you
like,
can be. I'm not
it's
saying
like you have separate interests. You have certain things. You have like a whole different.
But I don't think that
like you don't really like. You guys don't really. You don't really have a great amount of things in common. Like you guys are living two different lives.
But
like,
I don't think that you have to be. I guess I don't know. Well, this is probably an agree to disagree, but
our intimacy moments are based upon our friendship. Like
I agree. Yes.
Like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that if you it's like if you want to say, for example, it like you said, it's built off of our intimacy. We are in I would say that yes, we are in love. But I don't see myself, and that's why I said maybe it's because people's definition of in love is different from mine. But I don't view it being possible to get to a point of saying that you're in love with someone and you guys were never friends.
Okay.
I feel like you can love, and even me saying that, I feel like I'm saying that very loosely, but that's mainly because of the world's view on what love is and the world's view on what partnership is, which is why I'm even saying that. But I'm not going to say I completely agree with this statement either. Okay. But I can somewhat understand loving without being friends. Okay. But I'm not going to. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to believe to be in love.
I think friendship
without being friends. I
think that we. And I'm not trying to brag on my relationship now, but I just feel like we have a deep friendship connection. Like it's so good when it's good. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like it's good when it's good. It's
okay?
good.
You did the bad side. What Pedro? You okay?
I'm okay, baby.
You sure?
I'm trying to explain.
You ovulating again?
Huh?
You ovulating again?
I'm not ovulating.
It's all right.
I don't know what phase I'm in, but I'm not ovulating.
No, you're ovulating. It's okay.
How do you know?
Well, I could tell you later.
Okay. Yeah, Farah. I think that Emmanuel has one point of view of what in love is, so it's hard for you to just understand it.
So define for me what an in love person without being friends would look like.
I could show you, but I'll damit them nazen.
Why? Because it would be someone that I know,
Yeah,
someone that we both know, and someone
Yeah.
that most of the people in this chat know.
probably.
I'm not telling you to tell me who it is. I would just like an example of what it looks like.
Okay.
Like, what does that look like for you to be
What-
in love with someone and you guys are not friends?
Okay. Okay. I'm trying not to be messy.
Because I just don't.
You see, there was a point in time where you told me that you were friends with an individual that, like, y'all were friends,
Mm-hmm.
but there's certain things that y'all couldn't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that in a relationship. Like, oh my God, who put this on? Nobody's talking about that right now.
Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to this chat. Yeah, but you see, like even what Farah just said, like I don't see that as okay. I don't think even if you are friends, do you consider us to be best friends?
Yeah, you my homie, but I
Okay,
don't
no,
tell you
wait,
everything.
wait, exactly, exactly. That's my point. You consider us to be best friends, but you don't tell me everything.
Yeah,
There's certain things that you keep to you, and there's certain things that I know I keep to me. Like we are.
but I would say, I think about 85 to 90% of the things you do know.
I'm not even looking for a percentage. At this point, I'm looking at the black and white.
I'm just saying, babe.
No. I'm being honest because what I'm trying to say is I can understand the argument that yeah, I may not tell you everything. It's the same thing for us. I don't tell you everything. You don't tell me everything. But I wouldn't say that takes away from the fact that I do feel like we are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yeah, there may be certain things that you know what I'm going to keep on the download, whichever which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, the reason I say that, I feel like to be in love with someone, there's a depth that you have to reach with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And that depth cannot be reached if there are certain things you guys are not willing to talk about.
I think that's just you.
I just don't see it.
I think that's
Because
just you,
otherwise,
babe.
I feel like you're just going to walk around saying you're in love, where you're probably either infatuated with the person, you're probably just sexualizing the person, you probably just something that you
But
just
there's
want to
people
just
that
knocking
are
people up.
in love, that are married, that are not friends, babe. They're just not.
And how do you know they're in love? What makes you say they're in love? Out of curiosity, what makes you say they're in love?
Something has to keep them there.
Don't say that. Because we were on the podcast not too long ago and you're talking about the fact that you say that you feel like there's the thing that keeps them there is probably toxic.
Hey,
But
and they
I'm-
love that toxicity.
But are you gonna call that love? Are you gonna call that love though?
I think we just it's gonna be an agree to disagree, babe.
No, I mean I don't mind it. Like
You see this banter that we have? That's a part of our friendship. That's
Sure.
a part of what makes us us.
sure.
Like, we can have long car rides and we'll just go back and forth and maybe agree or disagree, or like we'll both agree on something, we both have opinions, we'll both share, we'll both talk about things, yada 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 yada. You know what I mean? And that leads to the intimate moments, like, you know what I mean? And it comes right back out, and it's just like it's like a part of us. Like it's not even like I don't even look at it with you as like there's a separation between our friendship and our relationship. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like, I feel like they're all intertwined into one. Like, I don't say like, oh, you're my best friend, but it's like you're my husband and you're just like everything to me. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's all weaved in together. But I think that there are people that don't have that factor.
Okay, so let's just end it on this. I'm gonna just ask one question. We'll end it on this,
Okay,
right?
babe.
Do you think it's possible to be in love with someone without knowing much about that person?
Yes.
You think that's possible?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we disagree.
Okay.
Because I don't see that. I personally don't see that's
Because,
possible.
babe, you feel like in love is a different thing. Like, in order for you to be in love, In order for you to feel like that, you have to get to know me in a deeper level, right? That's how you felt.
So you feel like you feel like you can love me, be in love with me, and you know only the surface about me.
There are people in the world.
I'm not talking about people. I'm
No,
talking about you.
I can't. But I
That's
agree
all-
with
that's-
Farah. Like people feel like in love is like a deep affection and connection. It separates from the friendship part. Like it's not the same. It's like you have a deep connection with this person,
And that
but
deep connection is built off of what? But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to tell me, for example, it's built off of sex, then that's not a deep connection.
I didn't say sex. You said
No,
it.
but the way you're looking at me, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, right? So that's what I'm saying. I feel like if that's what you're going to define as a deep connection, so what happens when you hit 50? What happens? Because okay.
We know what happens when you hit.
No, but I'm asking you, if that's what's going to happen, then probably explains why so many relationships fall apart as quickly as they do.
Maybe you found the master. You maybe found the key to the master room.
No, what I'm saying is you were never in love in the first place.
I think that people think that love is
Sexual.
it's more emotion based than logic based than they may think, and that's probably why they think this way.
Man.
I think love has more logic than people may understand.
Love has more logic than people.
It's an action. It's a verb. It's not something that's just based off of one specific thing. It's a vary of things. I'm telling you, babe. There's some people out like there in the world.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't even care about people.
You just think that it's scary that I think this way?
No, I think it's scary. I think it's scary if someone ever came up to me and said, I'm in love with the person, but I don't know them.
Okay. I can't wait for that person to come up to you and ask you for advice.
No, you could come up to me and the first thing I'll tell you is you're not in love. And we're going to find out what you actually are, but you're probably not in love. I can pretty sure you say you're not in love.
Okay.
Because what happens now when you call yourself in love and then life starts to happen? There are certain things, even if you don't want to talk about, life will force you to talk about it. Life will force you to open up about certain things. For example, let's say you don't want to venture into the field of religion. You don't want to talk about religion. But there's going to come a point life is going to force you to talk about religion, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
So there's going to come certain things you guys are going to start to discover. And that's why what happens to a lot of people once they get into marriage counseling. Oh, snap. I never actually knew you. I didn't know anything about you.
Yeah.
And then you go to sit here and say, I'm in love. You were never in love, my friend.
Because some people, like especially in the dating phase in the single season, people are showing something that they want you to see.
Yes.
They're showing you a representation of themselves.
I agree,
so they
100%.
may be in love with that representation, but they don't really know you.
My point. That's my
But that
that's my
means
point.
that they're still in love, though. Like you can't
You're in
quite
love-
that out.
What are you in love with?
All right, babe. Next question.
Hey, Wataka. I mean, sorry, my bad.
I'm hungry.
I shouldn't be saying Wataka. Whenever you're ready, so I can read your question. Because I know you're gonna tell me again. I can't read. I need to hear the question. All right. What do you do when God exposes that your best friend isn't really your best friend, just someone the devil sent in a disguise? Do you walk away peacefully, or do you hold on to the bond because it feels too good to let go? Oh, and the person forgot to add at the end, mind you, you guys are in the same group everywhere you go.
Now they being messy.
I'm just reading the question as the question came to me.
Okay, baby.
That's it.
You could have left that part out.
So from now on, when I get questions, I can't read the whole question.
No.
There's some part I gotta leave out.
All right. Whatever.
Wataka.
Someone commented, I said, I think you have to be friends before falling in love. It's a must. I agree with you. I'm just saying
I definitely agree with that.
I agree with
100%.
you. Dang, Farrah got no. She just.
No, I
she
agree.
a savage.
I agree with that comment. I think that's Shirley, but I 100% agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it is important, but I'm not saying that. I don't know. Anyway, in terms of this question, yeah, I think that, like, if God revealed to you, that's a big if. Because a lot of the times it's like, is it God talking?
I mean,
I don't want to be messy, but like, is it God talking, or
oh, pagale no, bazia, bazia.
yeah? I'm just saying, is it God talking, or is it?
Well, listen, the I think for me personally, the one thing I will say, I do think not being when you're not in that situation, the advice is very easy.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the situation, it becomes a whole different story.
Yeah, it's hard to break up friendships, especially
Yeah.
if you guys are really close.
If
friends.
you are really close with someone, because I tell people all the time, there's two types of friendship breakups. There's the physical breakup, and then there's the emotional one. You can physically not talk to someone, but in your heart, you still like them, you still think about them, you still care about them, you still like they're in your mind. That part is not like it's not. I would never say it's easy to do. Obviously, like was said in the chat, like my wife said, yes, God tells you this person is not for you. Assuming that you can confirm that this is God telling you this, you're gone. I'm not going to answer that second half of the question about the person being in the same group because that is too close to home for me to touch on as a pastor of a group. So I'm not going to touch that piece.
Y'all just being messy.
If you wanted me to, if you know, the author of said question.
Who is the author?
The author of said question. We could talk about that later, but I'm not going to sit here and put that on YouTube as the pastor of a group. There's too many.
Oh, look at you being mature.
I'm gonna let that slide. So there's too many ways for that to go wrong for me. So I'm just going to stay away from that bit. If you care to know more, you'll reach out to me after. But the one thing I will say, it is difficult. It's not easy at all. It is very difficult to break a friendship that you consider to be a very close bond. It may be something that God may even have to tell you more than once. And I'll go even deeper and further and tell you something that you may not even realize. You may be like, how should I say this?
I'm sorry, baby. I'm hungry. I'm trying to like.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to order on Uber Eats while I'm talking? Did you just order on Uber Eats?
I didn't.
Man, that's disrespectful. Wow.
Babe.
What a con.
I wouldn't get up during the podcast and go get it though. I'll wait till it's over.
Babe,
I didn't get.
Babe, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Sorry.
Nonetheless, I will say, like I said, I do think it's very difficult.
I can't. You really gonna make me go to sleep like this, baby?
I already told you I'm not going to get you food at this point, and I've told you why. Every time you
don't tell my business on YouTube.
Okay.
Do not do that.
Okay. So don't ask me if I'm gonna let you sleep hungry, because we know what happens every time you do. I don't want any responsibility for that. When something happens to you, I want you to look at yourself and say, you did this to you. There's no Emmanuel, this is what it, babe. No. There's no mem.
Babe, can you focus on the question?
But yeah, nonetheless, I do think that it's not easy to do. Just say that you ordered food. You clearly ordered food.
I didn't, babe.
Yes, you did. I can tell from your face.
I did not. You can look at my phone. I did not.
But I
want to, but you keep looking at me every time I pick up my phone, so I can't.
Because we're supposed to be having a conversation.
I'm listening, but my stomach is in a different place. Sorry, baby.
So I do think ultimately that you should break it up. Now, I have to be honest, it's not easy. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not easy at all. It's not easy.
Babe, stop doing that.
Babe, you're ordering Uber. Like, I'm not slow. You're ordering Uber Eats.
I'm trying to, but you keep looking at me and you're making it awkward on the podcast.
Good. That's good.
Okay, so you just want me to go to sleep hungry. I see.
Good. Because we're supposed to be having a conversation.
We are having a conversation.
No, we're not, bro.
Babe, can you finish your thought?
No, I can't. Because every time I start, and then you distract me.
Okay. All right. No more distractions. I'm done.
So,
I tried, but...
What's the next question now?
Wait, you didn't answer this question.
I did.
Okay.
Now we have the next question. I think we actually finished all of these, so I'm going to switch over to IG now.
Okay.
Is that going to help you finish your order?
When you are doing that, I will order my food.
You going to help you finish your order?
No, I haven't.
All right. Once you're ready, let me know, and we'll start again.
Okay. I'm not going to do that.
Once you're ready, just let me know.
No, why can I be on my phone when you're on your phone?
No, I have the questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm waiting. All right, so let's start with this question. If you guys pray together, text every night, and say, God told me you're the one, but never define it, is that spiritual manipulation?
That's not even about friendship, so why are you doing that, babe?
Well, technically, you guys are not...
That's not a friendship.
No, but technically what I'm saying is when the reason I consider... I'm not going to say it is friendship, but the reason why I answered it is because the person is basically saying we're not official yet, but we're doing relationships type stuff. We're not really official.
Wait, relationship type stuff? What's that?
You guys are praying together.
You can't pray with your friends?
So now all of a sudden you guys praying together and texting and every night and telling each other that God says you're the one. That's a friend. Come on, bro. Like, bro, what? Like,
I
what?
hate men so much.
Wait, pause. Why does it have to be men that say that?
Because anyone that's texting you, oh, I had a dream last night.
But this person just said,
You're the one.
no. The person was very clear. The person said, if y'all pray together. So we're talking about both of you guys.
I already know it was the guy that probably said, oh, I know you're the one. I know you're the one for me. Oh, I hate men. Oh my God.
So based on my wife's reaction, it's spiritual. Yes, it is spiritual manipulation. That's how she feels about it.
No,
that's wild.
I didn't say that. I just said I hate men. Except you, baby. You're the only man that I love.
Sorry, Peter and Benjamin.
They're not even paying attention. Peter said he doesn't watch this stuff anymore.
I can't say I blame him.
Okay.
What?
All right, go ahead, girl. Continue.
I said the question already. Is it spiritual manipulation?
Is it?
I'm asking.
No, baby. I answered the last one.
So it's not spiritual manipulation?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm following your advice, Miss.
I'm just
hate
saying
men.
I hate men in terms of like.
How you hate men? Hate men is such a strong statement.
Okay, I despise men.
Wow, that makes it so much better. So we go from hate to despise. Jeez. So is it spiritual manipulation?
In your defense, who do you think should make a move on whether they should make this official or not?
The guy.
Okay, so yes, it is spiritual manipulation.
Okay, so why don't you just say that? Just say you think it's spiritual manipulation, bro.
What do you think, baby? Because you keep asking me what I think. What do you think?
I think it's happy wife, happy life. So it's definitely spiritual manipulation, bro.
See, that's when the in love part come in and the friendship lead the room.
It's spiritual manipulation.
Because if you was my real friend, you would tell me what you really think.
That's exactly. I agree. It's a strong if.
All right, babe. Can you just tell me what you think, though?
Yeah, happy wife, happy life.
No. All right, I hate you. I'm ordering my Uber Eats. I don't got time for this.
All right, guys, we're going to have a short intermission. My wife is ordering Uber Eats. While she does that, let's all...
What spiritual manipulation? I wouldn't say that spiritual. I don't like to use the word spiritual manipulation, but I do think it's some sort of a manipulation in terms of, like, I don't really think that guy wants to be with you. I think he likes the idea of you. He wants to keep you, but he doesn't want to put a title on it and say that. But he wants you to believe that
you just hate men. Like this like Jesus
he wants
Christ.
you to believe that
like,
God
goodness gracious
put y'all together, but then in the real back of his mind, he's probably playing you and talking to other girls and saying same nonsense.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So what if that? So let me ask you a question. What?
Gets me tight. I hate that. I hate that you guys keep doing these things. Women, stop it. Stop saying God told me that y'all need to be together. I hate it. Stop doing that. It's annoying. And the women that do that too, oh, God told us to be together, avoid commission. It's annoying. Why do y'all do that? It's not sexy. It's not cute. All right. I let go of my frustration.
Very strong feminist.
Okay. But yeah.
I apologize, guys. We'll be back after the short intermission. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
So the phone can stay there for now?
Yeah, the phone can stay there.
Praise the Lord. All right, so I apologize. We're back. Now, let's continue with more questions.
Man was just being annoying. Like, he could not just hold it down for like 2 seconds.
I did. I played the whole Jeopardy song.
No. Throat.
Okay, next question. Do you think some Christians fear marriage or just fear being single forever?
This is not friendship, babe.
You're right. Not friendship.
You just want it to be messy. Wait, you didn't answer the question. If it was spiritual manipulation.
Bro, the way you just went off and was just like, yo, men suck and all that kind of stuff, there's no room for me to say anything else.
Well, you could say it from the other point of view. Women suck. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No, seriously, baby. What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think, baby?
Think about what?
Is it spiritual manipulation? And Farron wants to know, what is spiritual manipulation? Because a lot of y'all Christians love to do that.
Well, I just think, honestly, it's just manipulation. I don't think you got to put the word spiritual in front of it. It's just manipulation at the end of the day.
When they say God said, or God this, or I had a dream, and they try to ask other people to tell you dreams about you being together, like, all of that is manipulation. Like, trying to convince someone that this is the person from you. And that person probably really don't even like you like that. Like, it's just, all of it is just stupid.
Okay. Let's do the next,
Sorry,
babe. The next question about friendships.
I feel sorry. I feel strong about this.
Oh, we know. They all know. Trust me. If they didn't know before, they all know now. My wife pro woman, bro.
It has nothing to do about women. It's more so to do with the fact that, why are you literally calling this person every night saying you're the one, blah blah blah, but you're not putting any commitment towards that? Like, and honestly, no shade to the girl, but you stupid for actually sitting there and just staying there too and following that. Because at one point it should have been like, all right, you keep saying I'm the one every single night. What are you gonna do about it?
Exactly what you want him to do about it.
Nothing.
We know what you want him to do about it.
You want all the cookies in the cookie jar, but don't want to buy the jar.
I'm not gonna lie. Why would I buy a jar? I did not. Just give me the cookies. I don't want the jar. Just give me the cookies, bro. Like, I'm good. I don't want no jar.
All right. Anyway, continue.
It's like saying, I want donuts. Just give me the donuts. I don't want the box. You keep the box.
Are they really attracted to each other? She might be attracted. She might. Who knows if they're attracted to each other? Because sometimes people think that they have to be with someone because God said so. And I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole because me and Emmanuel disagreed about it the last time. So, so I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
So, next question. Yeah, this is not really friendship. Let me see, friendship.
Can I see? Can I choose? Or you don't want me to touch your phone again?
Yeah, I'll send them to you so you can see.
Oh, you see, you would send it to me, but I can't look at your phone.
Would you rather look at my phone? That make you happier?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Since it seems like it'll make you happier. Meh.
Oh, you screenshotted them. I thought this was like on Instagram.
So make you happier. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a good one. How do you know when a godly friendship has become emotional cheating? You answer this one, baby, because I answered the last one.
No, you can start with it. You seem like you like this question.
No, I'm just saying I think this is a good question.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you start with it. You seem like you like this question. Just the way your face lit up. I haven't seen your face lit up like that since you ordered your Uber Eats.
Don't do that, baby.
Go ahead. I'll let you take this one.
No. You take this one, baby.
No, you got it. You can take this one.
Why do you do? Why you going back and forth? I don't like this banter.
I want to see what direction you go.
That's being hypocritical now.
I'm being hypocritical.
Do you think? Oh, sorry. How do you know when a godly friendship has become emotional cheating? So I'm assuming that this question is based off the fact that two people are married. Right? Is that what the assumption is? Or like, what do you think?
I guess so. Because if you're talking about cheating, then yeah, I assume that you're already dating someone.
Or you're dating, or...
You're with someone else, put it that way.
Okay. And like, their godly friendship with someone else is becoming emotional cheating. I think it becomes emotional cheating when you start to realize that you are discussing and disposing certain emotions with another individual more than your actual spouse. And you're disclosing things that probably should only be for your spouse. Then that is when it becomes emotional cheating. In my perspective. I could be wrong. Just because God ordained your friendship does not mean that you have to share everything or talk about everything.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I told my wife this a while ago. I always told her, I said, I feel like it becomes a problem. Like I remember I think her and I we had a conversation a long time ago. And I remember I told her, I said, well, I mean, for me personally, because I know who my wife is, I know the type of person that she is, I know who she is, I know the kind of person that, the way her habits here and there. I'd always say that it can become a form of cheating once I feel like the way you are towards me is no longer the same. And what do I mean by that? For example, I know my wife, she's someone that like if something is on her mind, there always will come a point where she will have to let it out. Whether it would be, she's not the type that has to let it out to like 50 million people. But she feels better when she lets something out. When I feel like when I would start to be concerned if I feel like the thing, like that's no longer a thing. And then I'm starting to be like, okay, you're starting to, like, you're confiding in someone else. You're starting to think about someone. It's like everything that was shared with your husband is now being shared with someone else. And I feel like at that point, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, that's weird.
Is that considered emotional cheating for you?
Yeah, I feel like at the point where it's like you no longer, like your spouse is no longer first for your emotions, essentially. Mm-hmm. Let's just put it that way. I think that's the easiest way I can put it. If they're no longer the first person that you are going to about your emotions, then at that point, yeah, I think that's one. And I also agree with my wife about what she said. I do think that there are certain things, they're not meant to be shared with outside your marriage or relationship. They're not meant for that. Like because there are certain things once you start to share them, you'd be surprised what can happen.
Yeah.
You can be surprised what goes on from there. Number one, you can have the person start to catch feelings, but number two, and I think it's the worst part, you open the doors for someone to enter into your relationship. But the moment that you start to share certain things that you probably had no business sharing in the first place. So for me personally, I think once you start to trust somebody else more with your, like you start to, someone else becomes your first. And I won't even just, I guess I will go even deeper than that. I won't even just say that. I would think, because someone can still, like, okay, let me put it this way. Your spouse can still be the first person you go to about things, but you explain it deeper to someone else. And I think that's also a problem. Like you can, and I think that's something that everyone should always be wary of.
Have you ever found yourself talking about, like, because I feel like this happened to me. Like, I'll start talking about something with someone outside of you, and then, like, I will stop myself from talking about it because I'm like, all right, I don't think this is a conversation that needs to be had with Emmanuel. Like, I feel like, and I'll, like, automatically just be like, forget it. I'm just being overly emotional. But then I realize, like, this is something deeper than I expected it to be.
When it comes to emotions?
Oh yeah, we're two different people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not.
You keep that in the in the tuck.
I don't share emotions, and I think that's one thing that, you know, anyone that knows me knows I don't share emotions. I feel like,
I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
Yeah, I'm not trying to blame anyone, but there was a lot I can say that I've been through growing up that kind of made me just shut down. And funny enough, I still remember the point in time in my life when I was very open, because that wasn't that long ago.
I wish I saw that person.
No, there was a point in life I was very open. I want to say I was 18.
All right, that was
17.
a long time ago, babe.
I want to say I was really open around then. I think
it's like 13 years ago.
I think at that, and I vividly remember why I shut down. But yeah, around that time, I was much more open. So that's why people that knew me prior to then will probably know a bit more about me than people that know me now, because I was more of an open book. Now,
you are like very layered filled. Like, you're very layered. You're very.
What they say in Shrek? He said, "What do you call Shrek?" He said it was an ogre. It was onions. Yeah, layers.
Literally, like you're.
I'm not an ogre. Stop. Like what?
No,
that's disrespectful.
You're sexy to me now, but you're like.
Shrek was sexy to Fiona, but that didn't mean he was an ogre. Like what?
I feel like you're an onion. Like, it's very hard to peel back your emotions. Like, it takes you some time to even discuss certain things with me.
Yeah. So I
totally forgot.
Yeah,
about that,
I'm not the
anyway.
You're not gonna catch me sharing emotions. Like, I'm sorry. That's just.
Ferry brought up some good points.
For me, when it comes to being emotions, I have two. If I'm not gonna talk about it, then I'm not gonna lie. God go here for me. Like, I'll be very honest, and I will cry in front of him.
Aww.
I will go off in front of him. And I remember, because I think I actually learned this from Serge Udet. There's times you pray to God, and there's times you talk to him. And I know there are times when I go in a prayer room, I'm not praying. I'm just talking. And there's times I'm telling God, I'm like, God, listen, everything I'm about to tell you is your fault.
Do you feel like after you do that, do you feel like, how do you feel?
I feel much better.
Really?
Yeah.
I should probably try to do that.
Because I just let it out. I told God, I'm like, straight up, this is your fault. Everything I'm about to tell you right now is your fault.
I can do that, but
No, because I feel like, listen, I'm not going to tell people to do that. I'm not going to tell people to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? That's me and my God.
That's you and your relationship.
All right?
With God.
That's me and my God. I go straight up to him and I tell him straight up. What I'm going through right now, you made me go through the life that I went through to be where I am right now.
Right.
I blame you. And I'm going to tell you everything I got to tell you because you decided that you wanted to make me this introvert that's not going to talk about my feelings. So I'm going to talk to you. And you would have to deal with it. And if you don't like it, then you got to change my situation.
Do you feel like that works out for you, though? Do you feel like that works out for you? Like, do you feel like after that discussion with God, like, it helps you? Do you feel like some clarity? Like.
Okay, so I think so. So let's take a step back. When I have those type of moments, I'm not always looking for clarity. All right. Sometimes I'm just looking for I just need a vent. I just need to let it out because I feel like if I keep it in, I'm not going to explode, but I'm going to move differently and in a way that I probably don't want to move.
Okay.
So I'd rather avoid that.
Okay.
So I go to God and I tell God straight up, I'm like, this is your fault. This is on you. Like, we gonna talk about it. Like, you want to create me this way, so
I guess because you said that, I don't think I can do that then. Because I'm a solution based person.
we know.
And if
we know. Trust me, we know.
If I talk to you and I don't feel like there's a solution that's being done, then I feel like this is a waste of time. And I need you to respond back immediately.
Yeah.
Like, if I text you, I need you to respond back. Like, if I'm texting God and I'm telling God something and I'm telling you how I feel, I need an immediate response. And I don't think that kind of method of communication will work out for me. But I'm glad that it works out for you, though.
Me personally, because like I said, I don't always need, because I've come to the realization about my life. The reason why me personally, I don't always seek clarity. And I guess this will be a bit personal because I'm not going to say this is for everyone. Mm-hmm. My relationship with God growing up, I've come to learn that the way God moves in my life, and I'm not talking about other people, I'm going to talk about me. Mm-hmm. The way that I've come to learn that God moves in my life is he does what he wants in my life, when he wants in my life, how he wants in my life, irrespective of how I feel.
Yeah, and you try to fall into that pathway, but I can't.
I'm not making you fall into it. I'm just telling you that if you ever want to realize it, it will kind of help you not have certain feelings. Mm-hmm. Because before I came to realize that about my life, I was always upset. I was always crying. I always wanted to know, God, why am I going through this? God, how come you can't find a solution for me? This, God, I need an answer now. You're not talking to me. And what I've come to realize is as much as that I complain at that sense, it's never forced God's hand. It's never made God be like, you know what? Yeah, I feel bad for him. Let me go answer. If anything, God is kind of like, when you're done complaining, let me know. And I've come to realize the times that I've actually gotten my answers from God that I care about is when I decide to tell God, you know what? This is not my life, but it's yours. And then that's when God is like, okay, you're starting to understand me and how I work. So I'm going to start to show you a bit more because I'm realizing that your maturity level is going up a little bit. So I can start to tell you certain things, because if I were to tell you certain things at the moment where you didn't understand yet that I am in full control of your life, even if I do answer you, you still won't understand the answer. So there's no point. And then that's when I started to realize, you know what? I sat down and I just told, and that's what got me to that point. I was just like, God, that's how you want me to be. And that's kind of why it's like, I don't seek clarity, because I'm just like, I've come to understand clarity will find me. That's the way my relationship with God has been over the 30 years I've been on this earth. The way that God has raised me is that his answers will find me at the time that he deems them fit. And me trying to push him and press him and all that stuff, every time that's happened, like, for example, I gave you guys this testimony already when it came to me being in a relationship. When I wanted to sit here and complain and say, God, I need an answer, I need clarity, I need this, I need that, God looked at me and be like, okay. I'm not rushing. Whenever you want to realize that you're on my timing, let me know, but I'm not accelerating. Whenever you're ready. When it came to school, I want to go to this school. God looked at me. He was like, that's great. God. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, this guy's not going to give me a break. When I said, God, I want to, I remember, I remember when I was young, sometimes I used to, I always wish I could, I always wanted to talk to people. So there are times I'd be like, God, make this person text me, please. I want to talk to this person.
Aww.
And then God looked at me. He was like,
So you got used to God's silence,
mm-hmm.
and like you just figured it out through there.
I will never say I figured it out, because there's no such thing as figuring him out. I'll never say that.
I think I'm not saying you figured God out. You figured how to deal with the silence.
Yeah, I just come to, when God doesn't speak, I'm just like, you know what? I can't force him. Like, I can try, but
I envy that about you, because I wish I was like that.
I gave up fighting. Like, I just gave up. I'm just like, because I feel like the more that you cry and complain and fight, I'm just like, if anything, I get tired. And then I guess the other worst thing about it, maybe another thing that got it for me, is because of the fact I'm a leader. I hate when everybody keeps asking me, are you okay? 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 We see it on your face, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what? I have to put on the makeup and just look okay. And I'm not great at faking that. When I say I'm not great at faking that, my face my natural demeanor is just what people will probably think is scary or serious or all of that stuff. That's my natural demeanor, right? My unnatural demeanor is consistently laughing and joking, hee hee ha ha. That's my unnatural. That's me. I'm trying in a sense, but naturally, I'm just like this. So it's like I've come to realize the best way sometimes. One thing I've realized. The people one thing I've come to know, no one questions you when you're always smiling. No one questions you when you're always laughing. The people that do are the ones that truly know you. And that's how I've come to know the people that know me and the people that don't. The people that can see through my smiles and know that I'm not okay. Right? It's like, for example, when when I see someone can come up to me from a mile away and be like, you don't look okay, and meanwhile I've just been like throwing up a comedic storm, like me and Benjamin just joking around, or me and Pastor Joe just having a ball, and you could say that to me, I'm like, oh, okay, not bad. Which is not many people, to be very honest with you. I could count, if I need one hand to count those people, that's chance. But still, I mean, it's. I don't like that. I don't like all those questions. I don't like all that attention. And I'm going to be really honest. I know people are not going to like me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I quite frankly, I think a lot of that's fake too. I'm going to be very honest. I think a lot of that's fake. I think a lot of people like to show that they care, or pretend to show that they care, for whatever reason, being nosy, want to know. So I think it's fake. That's the biggest thing about it that bothers me. I think it's fake. And quite frankly, this is why I agree with a lot of our generation nowadays. A lot of our generation, they don't like to open up to people, because they feel like the only time that you check on them is when you know something about their business and you just want to get it out of them. So that's why when it comes to my generation not wanting to open up, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. And quite frankly, if I were you, I'd probably do the exact same thing, if not worse. So personally, yeah, to go all the way back, I kind of got to a point where when I come to God and have those type of conversations, I'm not looking for clarity. Not. I'm sorry, but I'm just not. I'm not looking for clarity. I'm not looking for clarity. I'm not looking for God to answer me right away. I know He's probably not going to. I'd be surprised if He did. Every time He answers me, I'm very surprised, to be very honest. Every time God answers me, I'm very surprised. But I'm just like, listen, God, you created me to live this life. This is your fault. So you're going to have to hear from me. And I'm just like, listen, I saw Ezekiel in the Bible was very clear about his emotions with you, and you never struck him down. So
I'm going to try.
Hey, this is the best I got. So you go listen to me. If you're not gonna listen to me, I don't know what you gonna do, but you go listen to me. You go listen to me. You gonna pretend like I'm praying for somebody else that you call me to pray for, and you go listen. And if you don't listen, then the one thing I can say though, I can feel when He didn't listen to me. I could kind of feel that. I can feel like when I feel like I was just talking, but all my cries were falling on deaf ears. I can definitely feel that. But when I feel like He heard me, even if He doesn't answer me, but sometimes you just feel like you put your head on somebody's shoulders, they let you get all your tears out, And you heard that? Yeah, sometimes I could feel that. I could feel like and I'm like, all right, at least I feel like I got somewhere. Maybe not,
where I want to be, but it's somewhere.
it's better than nothing. So yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm not, and I don't want anybody to feel away, because people may feel away, be like, oh, Emmanuel, that means that Emmanuel never. I'm sorry, I'm just not emotional. I'm not that emotional person. Like, if you see me cry, and that's why I tell Benjamin all the time, I'm like, you're a lucky guy, man. Cause I ain't cried a lot of things, but I definitely cried that boy's graduation. But I've
probably seen you cry like twice or 3 times in my life.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're not catching me crying, man. I'm sorry. That's not happening. Who said hi? Oh, hi, Leanne. Nice to see you.
How do you know it was Leanne?
Because that's her IG handle and her TikTok handle. But yeah, that's that. We'll leave that
Farrah
there.
asked a question, but I feel like you answered it. She was like, how do you know for sure that God didn't listen or that he actually heard you?
What was the question?
Right there. And then I guess we can go to scenarios after that. But how do you know for sure that God didn't listen to you or hear you? This one right here.
Oh. How do you know for sure that God didn't listen to you? Like I said, I just feel it. I don't know what it is. Like, certain things I wish were explainable in a relationship with God, but this isn't really one of them. I just feel it. I do. I just feel it. I just feel it. I feel like, and I feel lighter. Like, I really feel like I got something off my chest.
Yeah.
And I felt like somebody took it. You know that song, Oui, Jésus te prend fadom, moi pas capapote? Yeah, I feel like, he just took all, like, God really just took
burdens.
He took my burdens and
cast it away.
I feel better now. So we're moving forward.
I love that for you. I really do.
I want to say the same for me, but I can't.
No, I'm just saying I love that you have that. So.
All right. So
sometimes I just cry in the car.
That's dangerous. I'm hoping that's not while you're driving.
Yeah.
That's very dangerous.
I cry a lot in the car while I'm driving.
That is very dangerous. That's very concerning, actually.
Especially on my way to work in the morning.
At 5:00 in the morning? Babe, that's very concerning. We're going to talk about that. That's very concerning.
Are you being serious or are you just like, what's wrong with crying while I'm driving?
Babe, being emotional behind the steering wheel is not always the greatest thing.
I mean, I guess. But like if I'm listening to a song, if I'm like, I cry a lot in the car, actually. There's times where you think I'm just sitting and chilling. I'm probably crying.
No, that I know. But because I'm not gonna lie, you don't do a good job of hiding it when you walk in the house.
Yeah, like I'm probably crying.
I just don't really ask you because I'm like, all right, she not really.
I don't want to have this conversation. I just want.
No, that's wrong. That's not true. Don't say that. I'm not gonna say I don't want to have this conversation.
No, I'm saying I probably don't want to have that conversation.
Oh yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I could tell. So that's fair.
Yeah, I cry all the time. Like I'm a crier. I feel like that is my sense of relief. Like is just crying. Like I feel like Emmanuel hates that. I think you don't like that about me, cause like
what?
That I cry a lot. Like I'm a crier. Yeah. Cause you just be like, babe, why are you crying? Like this is not gonna solve.
Okay, wait. No,
I'm not trying to make you sound bad.
Wait, because now you going too far. You going too fast.
Okay, baby.
In the wise words of Benjamin, slow it down.
Okay,
slow it down. Slow it down. You're going too fast. You're doing 50 on a 25-mile-per-hour road right now. I never said I hated it.
You dislike it.
I know. I just never understood it.
Okay.
I never understood it because at times I was just like, sometimes I wonder how much tear ducts you have in your head. Like I'm really confused. I'm just like, nah, man. Especially
crying in bed when the tears.
I mean, hey,
like, I love
your mother,
crying in the shower.
your mother,
I love crying in the shower.
Your mother told me this before we got married. She was like, I be getting some.
Very emotional.
She's like, yeah, she cried a lot. She cried for
Cry a
everything. You know, your mother wants you to be English.
Everything.
You know your mom.
Like every little inconvenience I have, I cried. I had to learn to stop doing that when I started my professional life. Like I couldn't cry at work, and I had to keep a level head. But outside of work, I just
crying at work is crazy. I don't understand why crying is a soft emotion. Well, I just think that's a man thing.
No,
honestly.
I hate when people say that.
No, it is because
if we had a child and he was a boy and he cried, I wouldn't tell him to man up.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that is what society portrays. That crying as a man is considered soft, is considered weak.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons why I didn't cry was because that's what I was always told growing up.
Okay.
I was always told that growing up. Crying is a soft, weak emotion. Don't cry. You should not be crying. You should not be holding your emotions, which is why that is part of the reasons why I don't share emotions. I was grown up on that. Number two, I did karate. I did martial arts, where you were taught to always have to hold your emotions in, hold everything in. You were not allowed to show emotions. One of the reasons, again, why I have such a serious demeanor, karate added to that, because you are not allowed to laugh or smile in karate. Like when you did that, you got punished. You got punished for that. Martial arts was considered a serious thing. So, no, as a man, I understand that men are perceived as, crying is a soft emotion. Now, I'll also say this.
Because I want, if we have a son, I would want him to cry.
No,
I don't want him to be like me, but I would want him to cry.
No, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be tough on him. I'm gonna be very serious.
No, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna.
If he falls down and he's like 2, I'm gonna be like, it's okay, baby.
Okay,
like,
you're talking about 2 years. No, you're talking about 2 years old. 2 years old.
Even when they're 9 or 10.
No. I'm sorry. No. We got. No, you got to grow up.
Babe.
Nah.
Because I don't want them to. No offense, but I don't think. I think the way you handle your emotions is healthy, but I don't think everyone can be like you.
I'm not asking everyone to be like me, but at the same time, I don't want to raise a crybaby.
It's not really a crybaby. It's just
but
we'll talk about that when the time comes.
Yeah, because I think there has to be a delicate balance. Because I'm not raising a crybaby either. Like you're not about to tell me every single thing that you go do, you will cry. Like what?
Not every inconvenience, but like
you watch your mind. Like
I don't want that temperament though. I don't want that. Oh, you have to be a man. You have to be tough. I don't want that. I think that's actually pretty toxic.
No, but here's the thing that you also have to understand. At the end of the day, we are in a society where this is what a man is portrayed to be. As much as we may want to say that, you may want to cultivate that in the house. You do have to understand that same man eventually has to face the world. So we may sit here and say it's okay, but how would you feel if your son comes home and everybody's clowning him for saying that he's not a man because all he does is cry?
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but
I guess I just don't do it in front of me. Don't be like, oh, man up and all that stuff like that, because then I'm gonna start crying.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because, like, for example, I don't think my dad used to do that much in front of my mother. Okay. Like most of that happened behind my mother's back. Okay. Like I don't think my mom was around for my mother wasn't around for most of that.
I'll be like, don't talk to him that way.
But I'd also say, because another thing that I'll ask, let's say for example he starts to get really emotional, becomes a very emotional person, and he marries a woman that is as emotional. How the household will look? Let me ask you a question. Do you think you could?
Why do you always gotta go so deep into the conversation? Like, dang, just follow me in my fantasy, okay? I just want him to be in tune with his emotion. That's it. Like, God, you always gotta go so far, bro. Like every time, like for
listen, man. Wataka. That's all I have to say. Wataka.
Yes, I agree, Farrah. He understands my tears. He understands. Like every time I have a frustration or I'm mad about something, like. I feel like even in our disagreements,
you guys gonna be upset if I tell you about a Bible verse where God told people stop crying and get up.
Okay,
right? All right. You guys gonna be upset when I told.
All right,
You're
So
gonna be
let's get
upset.
into the scenarios part of this. The
No,
course.
let's be honest. That actually can see.
Let's get into the scenario.
So you guys gonna be upset if I told you that God told Joshua, "Why you crying? Get up," right? You guys gonna be
He
upset
told
when I
Joshua that he didn't tell Abigail.
you gonna be upset
Gerard
if I
cried.
told God told David, "Why you crying? Get up," right? You guys gonna be upset. You guys gonna be upset when I said that God told Ezekiel, "Listen, I'm about to take the closest thing to you, and you better not shed a tear."
Okay, baby. You're right. I'm coupling.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just
You
saying.
always do that. Like,
Do what?
always.
Wataka. Watakala. All right. What we doing? Scenarios?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We'll
Let's
do
see.
like 10 minutes of scenarios and then we're out.
Scenarios.
Oh, Farrah.
All right. So scenario number 1. I'm in a
Don't
church.
be stupid. Don't be stupid. Because I feel like once you have that little smirk.
I can't read the question.
All right, go ahead, baby.
Can't read the question. I'm in a church group and kind of like this girl. She doesn't notice me though.
Oh, my God.
She's into my friend, but my friend is not interested.
This is not a friendship
How do
question.
I get her? You said a scenario. You didn't say friendship question.
Okay. I thought it was friendship scenarios, but okay.
No, they just sent me those scenarios. Now you see I got to start over now.
Okay, baby. Go. Sorry.
I'm in a church group and I kind of like this girl. She doesn't notice me though. She's into my friend, but my friend isn't interested. How do I get her to see I'm the one for her? I'm the one she needs. Yo, son. Nah, that wording is crazy.
How old is this person?
Babe, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, that wording is crazy. How do I get her to see I'm the one
You
for
don't
her?
get her to see nothing.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That wording alone is toxic. Like, you need to stop. Like, how you gonna say I'm the one that she needs? Who are you?
That sounds a little abusive to me.
Bruh, imagine I'm the one that she needs.
needs.
Says who? Like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie though. You have to understand though. You have to understand. There's something you have to understand. I was the one that you needed though, because I'm him. That's different.
not this. You didn't.
That's different though.
I wasn't interested in someone else, and you were like, "Hey, I'm Superman, and I came here to save
you couldn't be interested in someone else if you're interested in me. That makes no sense.
All right, let's relax.
Like, babe, what? Like, you really think you can, after getting to be with me, there's a chance that you can be interested in somebody else? That's kind of why it's really hard.
Potential.
That's kind of why it's real hard for me.
I remember this girl told me.
That's kind of why it's really hard for me to even be like a jealous type, because I'm like, you're not finding better. Like I'm that guy, bro. Like what?
Okay.
Like, what do I not have, bro? Like, what?
Okay.
It's alright though. It's alright.
There's things that you don't have, but I love you for who you are.
What do I not have, bro? You go after the 20%? And then what happened? Then you go sit here with that 20%.
You don't even know what I'm thinking about.
You go sit with that 20%.
What do you think I'm thinking about?
Hey, it doesn't matter what you think about. All I'm saying is, I don't care what it is that you think I don't have. You go after that 20%, and then you go be.
Why do you think you're this 80?
Then after that, you're gonna be in the shower crying even more. Your shower's gonna get even longer. You're gonna be like, damn, I messed up.
Why do you think that you're the 80?
I don't think I am. It's like, I don't think I am, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Man, go ahead. You go ahead. I don't even know why I'm even saying this, bro. Because I'm really that guy.
There's no reason for me to answer this question.
Why not?
Because, we just talked about this. Manipulation. You trying to make someone else believe that you're the one for this person. Like, if you don't go sit down and if she didn't like you, she don't like you, she's not going to force herself to like you. Like, you can't force anyone to like anyone.
That's disrespectful.
If she didn't notice you then, she's not going to notice you now.
I said, wow.
And that's just really what it is. Like, if the person is interested in your friend, or the person is pushing you towards your friend, and is not interested in you, that person does not like you. Stop trying to convince people to like you. It's either they like you or you don't. It's not a built up emotion. It's just one of those things where it just happens. I don't know. Ask God how that occurs, but I don't know how it occurs. Like I did.
Would you be okay being with someone, but they initially liked your friend more than you?
No, I would not be with that person.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's weird.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say something, but I can't say it on YouTube.
All right, tell me later. Cause you being messy. You being so messy.
You know, sometimes I have to filter certain things because I have to remember.
You're on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube. You know, a lot of the things that have to deal with you. It's about people are probably watching, and if people, even if someone's not watching, they're gonna send it right to that person. They're gonna clip that one little section. You know, they're gonna make their own
you're
short.
Thinking about talking about me, like it's something that has to do with me or somebody that we know.
No, me myself. But I was gonna say something I can't because I can't.
I'm gonna keep this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this up.
Next question, next scenario, because that wasn't a good one.
My son Kevin said I'm him.
All right, Kevin, keep believing that. I love that for you.
I was gonna say something about that too, but I'm gonna chill. I wonder how many people are reading that comment right now and shaking their head.
You're so messy.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of men out there thinking they him, but they not him.
Oh, man.
They not him.
Nah, bro.
You're not him.
But
I'm not talking about you, Kevin, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people outside.
You're not talking about Kevin?
I'm not talking about Kevin. Stop being stupid. I'm just saying there's a lot of men.
There's no guys in the chat that's going to say I'm him.
There's a lot of men out there thinking that they're him, but they're not him. And it's annoying. Like, they be thinking, I'm him. I'm him.
Oh, no, bro.
Like, you're not him. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna gas Emmanuel up too much. I was gonna say this thing, but I'm not gonna gas Emmanuel up too much. I'm not gonna do that to him because his head is already exploding.
What you mean? Say what you gotta say. What you gotta say, bro.
My friend was like, not my friend, coworker was like, "Oh, is your husband okay with you having like male coworkers and like friends that you're cool with?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because honestly, like, like you think I'm gonna leave my man for them? Hell no. Like, bro, you gotta be out your mind, bro. Like, are you insane? Like, I'm not even trying to like gas Emmanuel up or like boost his energy up, but like I'm just telling you, like, there's certain people that you have in your life, like, no offense, nothing else is really gonna compare to that person. So like I'm not even gonna sit here and try to play myself and be like, maybe the person may be more attractive or more cuter, like, to the world's eye than Emmanuel, but like that doesn't mean like.
No, I'm joking.
Right,
I'm joking.
relax,
I'm joking. No, but I will say this.
You know what I mean? Like,
I will say this. You know,
I'm not leaving them for.
I will say this.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna be very honest.
But now, if I'm joking.
What if you want to be like Morris Chestnut? That's what you gonna say?
And Morris Chestnut come now. He got, his money is long.
I don't think the money is the long thing that you're talking about.
Babe.
The money not the long thing that you're talking about. We know that. We know money's not the long thing that's in your head right now. You've been deprived a little bit. It's been a while. I gotta fix that. Clearly it's been a while. You said you hungry, so don't worry. I'll give you plenty of food.
I got my food is waiting out the door. I'm just waiting for this podcast to be over.
I'll give you plenty of. I'll give you plenty of vitamin D. I got you, bro.
Anyway, because last scenario.
No, but the one thing I will say, which I think is important, the one thing I do want to say, like my wife just said, there are certain people when they come in your life, it's impossible to replace. And I'll say for myself, the Emmanuel that you guys see today is not the Emmanuel that I was when I first got with Abby. I was I was like all of you guys. I'm looking at things, looking at specific things, specific scenarios. I'm looking at certain things, and I'm just kind of like, is this really what it is? And then as I got married, and this is why they tell you, you grow every day.
With every stage.
With every stage. And I can say personally, as time went on, as every day goes by, I'm not going to lie. There was a time I really had to ask God, why why is it that you had Abigail for me? Like, why? I was very confused. I was very confused. I'm like, I don't wanna be with a pastor's daughter. Now I can freely say pastor. At the time, evangelist, but now I can say pastor.
You already thought she was a pastor in your mind.
I didn't really, in my head, I'm just kind of like, why? I'm like, God, like, I'm like, God, really? But as every day goes by, I really and you become more of a man. I really start to realize, I'm like, God, you know what? You did that. I'm like, God, you did that. You really did that. I'm like, God, because there's so many experiences I go through life, and I don't know how bad this is going to sound, and I hope no one takes offense to this, because I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm around a lot of ladies because of the youth group that I'm in, and every single time I talk to one, I'm like, nah, bro. Yeah. I can't be with anybody other than my wife now. Nah.
Babe.
I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I'm really not. I'm not trying to be mean.
I'm pretty sure there's outside of.
I'm not trying to be negative.
You've met outside people, outside of just church community.
Yeah, but the reason I'm saying church is because that's where I spend most of my time. Mm-hmm. But even when I talk, I'm just like, nah. Abby's it. That's it for me. I'm good. And I really tell Abby this all the time. I say, Abby, listen, it's either us or I'm done. I'm not, there's no such thing as remarriage for me. Nah, I'm good. Cause when I see, every day I grow with my wife and I'm just like, nah. She everything in that. And then, you know what really makes me feel good at times? As a guy, I hype up my wife. I gotta hype up my wife, I'm not gonna lie. The other day I told I remember my wife and I were going out, and I told my wife, I said, listen, cause I was doing the man stuff, I'm putting airs in the tires and everything, and I'm like, Gabe, give me a second, let me finish, putting the air in the tire of the car, and then you could come meet me. So I'm about to finish, and I told my wife, I'm like, if you want, I can drive around to come pick you up, or if you want to come. And she was like, no, she'll come. And I was like, but in my head, I'm like, you in heels, so I'm gonna come meet you. But I already see she's already halfway to me, and I'm watching her walk down the block, and I'm like, yo, she's bad. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And the guy stopped me and said I looked really beautiful.
Yeah, I almost had to beat up some guy on the street because some guy was really looking at my wife and being like, nah, you look beautiful. Don't get me wrong. When I first heard it, I'm like, yeah, she does, but you could leave her alone now. But in the back of my head, I'm looking at her, I'm like to the point I had to take a video. I took a video and everything. I just recorded my wife walking. I'm like,
so weird.
I was like, yo. And she had the dress was fitted. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know what y'all be doing. A married woman would do with muumuus or whatever. But the dress was fitted. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Not too tight. Don't get me wrong. We Christian. Not too tight.
You gotta keep it modest.
Yeah, not too tight. Not too tight. But I'm looking at her and I'm like, them hips is moving. I had to give her a little twirl so I could see the back. The back was backing.
All right, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
Too much.
The hair was on point. You know what I'm saying?
You love the sleek back.
It had me so to the point that we went out to an event, and I think my wife was like, "Nah, you doing too much." Because everywhere she went, I was on top of her, bro. Always, my hands was on her, everything. I was just giving her an idea of what's gonna happen when we get home. I was like, nah, babe, I'm not going for it. I was like, nah.
Y'all at 1 o'clock in the morning when we got church.
Bro, I made sure my hands were on her, period. Wherever she went, I didn't care what nobody said. And
I just want to thank God so Lo and your sisters were in the car on the way home.
Bruh. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, nah, I had it. I'm just like, my hands were all over her, but I'm just like, nah, her weight.
You're a pastor. How are you gonna say this on the live?
Listen, I don't care what anybody gotta tell me, all right? I am a pastor, I'm a man first. All right? Any pastor that tell me they don't touch their girls, but I'm questioning what team you play for. All right? Leave me alone.
But maybe they just don't want to talk about their sexual.
Boy, please. All right?
Thanks,
so
Susie.
I'm sitting here and I'm watching my wife walk. And I was just like, yo, nah, this girl got it, bro. And it's like, when somebody else compliments your wife, you're like, yeah, bro.
He loves the my wife thing. I
Oh
promise,
my
yo.
God. And I'm just like, nah, this is, bro, I'm looking, I'm like, Honestly, I've come to realize, and the thing I love of the most about my wife is like, whenever she walks somewhere, everybody see that she just walked in. That gets me every time. That gets me every time. Like it's a watakala.
You're so
Like yo,
annoying.
wataka. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my wife every time. I'm like, yo, like, nah, she got it, bro. Nah, she got it. She got it. And I'll be looking at my wife every time she walk in. When other people look at her, I pretend like I don't see people looking at her. But in my head, I'm like, keep looking. It's not for you, though. Oh, you looking too? Not for you either, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not looking either? That's not my problem. Don't worry. I'm going to put her on the island tonight. That's not your business, though. It's not your business. It's not your business. And every time I look, and that's why I keep telling her, I'm just like, nah, man.
Thank you, Reggie. I think we get it.
I'm like, nah. She got it. I'm like, nah, my wife got it. My wife got it. So that's kind of, and it's like day after day I start to realize in every aspect, spiritual. I remember, I can't go into details, but those, if you know what happened a week and a half ago on a Friday night. If you know, because we don't talk about that on live. But I got home after
We
that.
don't talk about that period.
We don't talk about that period. But when I got home that night, my wife went to sleep. And I was just sitting there, and I'm not gonna lie, I was being a big back because I think that night right after
you had Wendy's.
right
I
after
know
that
for
night,
sure.
I told everybody I was going to get food. I said I'm gonna pray for my wife and I'll go get food. I did just that. I went out, I got me some Wendy's, I got some nuggets, I got a sandwich, I got some. Mind you, it was like 1:30 in the morning. I got
probably like some juice or like
I got some
strawberry
juice.
lemonade.
I got strawberry. No, I got the pineapple mango lemonade large with no ice. Then I got some grapefruit. Then I got everything. I put everything in. And I'm just sitting, I'm eating my food, and I'm eating. I'm like, yo, my wife is really that girl. Like, she just killed it tonight, bro. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, you know that GIF? Yeah, boy. I'm just like, yeah, boy. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to lie. So it's like, all these things I think about, and I'm just like, nah, man, I'm sorry. Leaving my wife is not an option, bro. I'm sorry. Because I know I'll regret it. Like, I know I'll look back on it, and I'm going to be like, nah, I'm the most stupid dude to ever live. Like, and I told it has nothing to do with, because I remember, one thing I tell my wife all the time, because I don't know if she ever expressed it, but I got the feeling, like she was like, I understand. She always said, I understand. I'm my grandmother's daughter. There's that blessing of being the valme. I'm like, listen, I don't care about you being a valme, bro. I'm being really honest with you right now. Like, if
not you saying all the tea on me.
No, I told her straight up. I'm like, that's not why I'm with you. I'm like, if I promise you, if that was the case, anyway. So no, that's not why I'm with you. I'm like, listen, I'm with you because you are a different breed. You are a different breed. People like you don't come around too often. I'm like, I look at my wife. I'm like, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, yo, babe, you really got it, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You really got it.
So annoying,
Nah, babe, you got it. You got it. Like you got it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I got home and I see you in that dress, like, you can't stand up. Don't stand up, because that's not people's business. I see you in that dress. I'm like,
Babe, stop. Anyway, guys.
Nah, bro. All I want to say is, at this, guys, there's certain people you meet in life, you get with in life. Don't waste your time focusing on that 20% that you feel like you don't have. And I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of people make. I know
I sure wanted to marry an African, and
Yeah, and she would have been sleeping every night and seeing like witches coming in her dreams. It's like, you don't want that,
babe.
But
not all Africans believe in witchcraft.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, guys, I really feel like, I know this is a bit off topic, but I will say this: don't focus on that 20% you don't have, because I feel like that's what breaks a lot of good marriages.
Because I'm not that. As much as a man wants to boost me up, but I'm not that great of a person. I know I have my flaws.
As I was saying, you don't, like, if somebody, just because somebody doesn't have that 20, don't break up with someone just because of that 20%. And I promise you, the way the devil always tries to get you is by showing you someone that has that 20%. That's one of the biggest ways the devil's going to get you. And if you're not firmly grounded in understanding that your woman really got 80%, then you're stupid. Because, like, I really think about it. I'm like, when I look at my wife, I'm just like, listen, what do I really need, bro? Like, what more do I really need? Like, she got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we home, she got me. Like, she'll cook, she'll make food, she'll take care of me. Anything I need, I got it. All this kind of stuff. She treats me like a king, both in and out the bedroom. It's like, what more do I need? Like, why am I complaining about something that just doesn't, like, I would be stupid to sit here and be like, what am I gonna say? Oh, you know, she don't got this, so I'm gonna go look for it somewhere else. And then you look for it, and then you went up to somebody else, and they max out your credit card. And now you're upset.
You never look at any other relationship and
Nope.
like been
Nope.
like, dang, I wish I
Nope.
had that. Really?
Nope.
I was gonna bring up something, but I'm not gonna bring it up on the podcast. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you don't look at other people and be like, dang, I want that.
No.
Really?
Here's the reason why I'm going to say why I don't say that. Because I feel like when you get on the other side of the fence, you understand that marriage is not all bliss. You understand that what you see is not what it is. And I feel like that's part of maturing as a person. Because, for example, you can look at it, and I think that's another part of my growth, right? I can look at another relationship and be like, wow, you know, I really like that. But I also understand the back of my head. Number one, not everything works for everyone. Number two, a lot of the things that look good just only look good because you don't have it. And then once you have it, it's over for you.
Right.
Like, I remember my dad always used to say that. I remember there was a time, we were talking to my dad, and you were telling him all this stuff that you want in the bathroom. And then my dad brought us back to reality. He was like, hold on. Okay, let's be fair right now. When you wake up in the morning to go take a shower, how long you stay in the bathroom? Like, it sounds good because you don't have it all the time. It's the same thing, for example, when my dad also told you, when my family, when we first bought our house, my sisters and I, we weren't really dying to go. Like, my dad always said, do I really want to go on vacation right now? I got this huge house. And then within 6 months, everybody's like, okay, when's the next vacation? But what happened is, because once you got it, you start to get used to it and you realize it's not the same. That's what I think is the difference between someone that's a lifelong partner. You never get used to them. And I think that's something that's very key that people don't realize. When someone's for you, you don't ever get used to them. It's like they're not like gum that goes bad after like 20 minutes of chewing.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to a lot. Like, nowadays, for example, what am I going to say? I'm going to sit here and go for another woman because I'm going to look at you and be like, oh, you got a bigger butt than my wife. I'm going to be like, all right. Okay. That's great. You know what else I'm thinking about? When I got a problem and I need prayer, what you gonna do for me?
There's a lot of other women that know how to pray, babe.
You're not hearing me. What I'm trying to, my point of what I'm trying to say is, there's too much that goes in my head right now that makes me not that superficial anymore. It's like when I look at my wife, I see a full package. I see a 10-course meal. I see everything I need from start to finish. When I look at someone else and all I see is a big butt, all I see is dessert. Dessert not filling me up. Dessert is going to taste good while it's on my tongue. But once I swallow it, then what? What you got?
Right.
You got nothing else.
Right.
I don't need you. You can go. And that's the thing that I think that you have to understand as a man. When you start to grow up, or anybody in a relationship, you start to mature. You start to, I think the more you get into a marriage, the deeper you get into a marriage, the more you realize that marriage is more than just looks. And there's so much that goes into it. And if you really want to be true and honest about who you are and how many problems that you have as a person, you really start to look at yourself and say to yourself, you know what? Only this person can really love me for me, because I'm not that great. And that's the thing I always say to myself. I tell my wife, I say this about myself in my head all the time. I'm like, not many people could deal with me. I know my wife does it. I don't want to sit here and do what? Because somebody else is going to look at me and be like, oh, he's a pastor. He has a job. He drives a Benz. Okay, that's great. Are you going to be able to deal with me when I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to talk to you. Are you going to be able to deal with me when my bad traits come out? Because I'm not going to be stupid. I have flaws. I have everything like that. Are you willing to deal with that? More than likely not. So what's your big butt going to do for me then?
Are you gonna be able to deal with the level of sacrifice
What
in
you
the
was saying?
marriage?
That's what I'm saying.
Especially as a leader, like the time that is taken from the
Man.
relationship.
And the best part is I could tell myself, I am very happy to say that you're gonna be the mother of my kids tomorrow.
Oh, babe.
Like that, I can proudly say that. I can proudly say that I can feel comfortable going to work and leaving and saying that our children is in good hands.
Oh,
Like
that's
that,
so sweet.
That, in my opinion, is unmatched. You think a big butt's gonna do that?
Babe, why do you keep going back to
No,
that?
but it's serious. It's like, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know this is something I've always said on the podcast that I like thick women. But there's a time that you start to realize there's more than that. And I feel like that's part of the maturing that happened to me. Like I start to get to a point, and I'm looking back on my life. I'm like, nah, my wife got it. Because she's everything. And that's why I told God, I'm like, God, you know what? I told God all the time. There was a time, God, I'm not going to lie to you. I questioned you. You want to know how I questioned him? The same way that my son Rafiki was questioning Mufasa when Mufasa said, "Oh, Kiara and Kovu going to end up together. You think that's going to actually work out? Oh no, you've been up there too long. Your head's in the clouds." That was the timing I was on. Now I'm looking back on it. I'm like, you know what, God,
You see further.
God, you did that. You did that because every time I look at you, I'm like, nah, I'm in love. Every time I look at you, I'm like, nah, this is my person. This is my wife. I'm very happy that you're mine. I'm very happy, like, that, like, it takes a different type of woman to really be able to deal with me. Like, I feel like, and I'm going to be very honest, I'm not perfect. I'm not great. But when I look back and I really say to myself, yeah, there are a bunch of beautiful women out there. But a beautiful woman that for me, nah, her name is Abigail Bianca Gerard, bro. I'm sorry. All y'all else could kick rocks. And every time I say here, I'm not, let me not say this because this is going to sound bad. That's going to sound real toxic. I can't do that.
Keep your toxicity to yourself.
Yeah, because what I was about to say, I know it hurts. I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings, so I can't let that out. But I just want to say, at the end of the day, I'm in love with my wife. And I am very happy with who God gave me. And I can honestly say, you know what? She's it for me. Like, she's really it for me. This doesn't mean that we don't argue. It doesn't mean, we've said this before. Arguing is part of a relationship. It doesn't mean we don't argue. It doesn't mean we don't have our share of discussions. It doesn't mean that. But you know what it does mean? It does mean that at the end of the day, I will never leave my 80 to go with a 20 and look back. Because I promise you guys, anyone on this earth that's walking this earth right now, anyone, I'm going to look back and say I regret it. Because Abby is it. Like I said, guys, babe, we're going to have a little joke right now. I'm not really hyping myself up for this gala coming up. Okay. I'm not. But I'm gonna be lying to you if I'm not going to say I'm really looking forward to you putting on your dress and walking to that gala and everybody going to be looking at you. I'm not. I got to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that when you walk in and everybody looking at you and be like, Abby's that. I gotta be honest with you, bro. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward. Like, I don't really care about myself going to that gala.
Because you're not like, I don't see you waiting for
I'd even buy a suit. Like, that's how uninterested I am about this.
Let's just hope my dress comes true.
But I am waiting to walk in with Abby and everybody be like, oh, what the color. And I'll be like, yeah. I'll be in the background recording. Be like, yeah, boy.
Please don't record.
Babe, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Especially when you put on them heels, man. I'm telling you, man.
You love them heels.
Bro, that jam shake different.
What?
That thing shake different when you put them heels on, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That thing shake different.
Pray for him, y'all.
That thing shake different. Nah, bro, that thing shake different.
That brother's starving.
That thing shake different.
Anyway.
I think we good. You want to do one more scenario? I could try.
There's nothing funny.
Huh?
There's nothing funny. It was just more so stupid.
Jeez, man. What the car? Now let me see. Oh, okay, this is just for you. By the way, My wife did say she wanted to be. My wife did say she wanted to be tossed like a salad. She's been being tossed like a salad for the past couple of weeks.
Oh
but
my god, babe!
I had to tell all them girls that you were in that chat with, and I told them straight up. I don't remember who I told. I think it was who did I told this to? I think it was Shirley. I think I told, and I said that you guys decided to call my wife Miss Stroke. That made no sense. You don't remember that Sunday before Bible study, and they called you? They called you Mid-Stroke. That made no sense.
Jesus is Lord. Susie.
All of them on face. Susie, Athara, Shirley, Becky, Becca, all of them. Man, call you Mid-Stroke, bro. I was busy. And you had the audacity to pick up the phone. That's the worst part.
Because I do believe in picking up the phone, especially when you are a leader. Like, I'll be telling a man, like if someone is calling him, I don't care if we're in the middle of doing whatever, like watching TV or whatever.
Or whatever?
Yeah, because there's definitely times where you don't remember that time.
No, we're not going to that.
When Benjamin called you.
No, we're not going to that. We're not going to that. Okay. Anyway, let's do this last scenario real quick. It's not going to take long. It's a very simple one.
Okay.
I went on a date with this guy. He seemed nice until his mom called asking to bring her car back, and she didn't appreciate him borrowing it without her permission. Second date guaranteed or nah?
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry, I was lost.
So I went on a date with this guy. Mm-hmm. He seemed nice until mom called asking to bring back her car. Until his mom called asking to bring back her car, and she did not appreciate that he borrowed it without her permission. Second date guaranteed or not?
It depends on how old he is.
All right.
Because if he's 30, it's no second date guaranteed. But if he's 19, 18, 20, 21, I'll give it a pass. Because we're young.
All right, but I
probably did the same thing. I used to take my mom's car all the time without her letting her know.
Yeah, but that was because your mother was in Haiti.
True. But no. There's times where she'll be in the house and I'll take her car. But because I just wanted to drive her car instead of mine. But, yeah, like it depends on the age. I think that, because especially if you're living in New York, Susie, come on. Susie asked permission. Tasha's watching. Stop it, Susie.
So Susie said, I got to answer this right for the chat.
Because the toxic version of me at 18, 19 think it's a little cute and sexy that you was so in a rush that you really wanted to hang out with your girl. And you didn't ask your parents because you knew your parents was going to say no.
We good.
I think that's cute. Like, all right, let's get into some trouble now. I love that.
Nah, babe, you need Jesus. But it seems like people in the chat unanimously agree. No second date.
My child to be stealing my car just to go impress a girl. Like now, I'm closer to the end of the fence. Like, yeah, that's not cool. Especially if like mommy and daddy got a Maybach. You're not taking that Maybach.
Wait, first off, that Maybach is going to have an alarm on it. I'm going to know every time that car starts. You're not about to sit here and take no car from me. That is crazy.
You're not taking the Maybach to go show your glow.
My car, as is right now, has valet mode on it 24/7. Yeah. You cannot drive my car without me getting an alert. I will know. Yeah. You're not for a girl, but I'm not going to lie.
It's kind of fly though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I was the girl that came picked up with a Maybach, no. I'm like, my man came pick me up with a Maybach.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. As a guy though, like if that's my son, I'm not gonna lie. I got a Maybach. I'm like, yo, bro, you need the keys, bro. You got the keys, bro.
Yeah, especially if the girl's fire.
Nah, I got to see what she look like. If you saw what she looked like, she look good. I'll be like, all right, bro, yeah.
We might not think this way in like 15 years though.
Probably not, but for now. I'm gonna tell him. I'll be like, "No, bro, you got to take the keys. You can take the keys, bro. You can take the keys. Just make sure the car better come back clean. Car better come back clean. Real clean.
You might go through a little car wash before you come back home. Stop playing. And don't do nothing in that car that Jesus is watching.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna hold you. There's the Bible at the front. There's the Bible.
There's the Bible at the front just to remind you.
Yeah, flee from all youthful lusts. I'll be honest, bro. The Bible open on that verse. First Peter chapter 4. Flee from all youthful lust.
All right.
Nah, I gotta be honest, bro. All right, I think that's it, guys.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Emmanuel
That's it.
chatted for a good amount of minute.
That's it.
Talk about this 80-20.
What you mean? What you mean?
Yeah. But yeah. Tell him I pray that my dress actually comes, y'all, for the gala. I'm excited about the gala.
I just want to say, I got a picture about people being big backs.
What's the picture?
So I got a picture. She not paying attention.
Ooh, is that Domino's?
Yeah, man.
Oh God, I haven't had Domino's in years.
I got a picture from.
My food is outside waiting for me.
Food is not important right now. Whatever you order, just make sure you remember you have a husband.
I didn't think you wanted anything, but you can have half of my sandwich.
Like I said, guys, that's part of the 20.
Nah, the part about there's a lot of things that's part of that 20.
That's part of the 20.
That 20 might be 25, honestly. But
you see how she commented, right? Got that Domino's. You see the name of the top.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
I see Domino's. It's all right though.
Anyway, y'all,
I'm gonna let it be.
We gotta wrap this up because your girl got work in the morning, and she gotta eat before she go to sleep. Because I am hungry. I haven't eaten all day, y'all.
You gotta go to sleep. I gotta go do work. I got work to do for work, man. I'm not going to sleep anytime soon.
The life of an engineer.
I'm not going to lie. This Saturday, you working? I'm letting you know this now. Don't text me. I'm going to be knocked cold.
Oh, my friend told... I don't know if you saw the game. Did you see the game this weekend?
I'm not going to lie. My phone was off because I would have been pissed if somebody ruined that game for me. Of course I saw it. Of course I saw it.
Okay, congratulations. Real Madrid won.
Yeah, man. I'm not going to lie. I would have been... Man, I was in church. I ignored Fuefuezi all service because he's a Barcelona fan.
Oh.
I ignored Fuelulu all service because I'm not talking to you. I ignored Pastor Joe. I didn't need anybody ruining the game for me. Once service was done, I made sure I stayed away from all soccer fans. Yeah, I stayed away. I made sure I checked. I turned off my notifications. I turned off WhatsApp. I turned off Bleacher Report. I turned off everything on my phone. I turned off everything. And then once I got home, I had to turn off YouTube because once you open YouTube, I'm going to get all the soccer results. So I turn off YouTube. Even for Bible study, I didn't turn YouTube back on.
Wow. You were dedicated, baby.
Once the Bible study was done, once I said, see you guys Tuesday, that turned off.
It was like right there.
Real Madrid, Barcelona came right on, right then and there.
Yeah. They were like my coworker told me Monday, he was like, oh, your husband must be really happy last night.
I was hyped.
And I was like, why?
We got that W. Should have been worse.
He was like, Real Madrid won last night.
Should have won 5-6-1, but
no, because I was telling him
should have won 5-0.
I was telling him last week that how my husband was excited that I was working this weekend because he knows I'm not gonna be able to bother him.
Yep. I love you though. I do love you. But nah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You need to be at the house.
That's when my mom called just now and asked me, oh, she's like, oh, I saw this nice hotel that you and Emmanuel were like in Argentina.
Who's going to Argentina?
And I'm like, Emmanuel's not going to no Argentina.
Job.
She's like, why not? It's beautiful. You guys would love it. And it's not expensive. And I was like, Emmanuel's not going to Argentina.
Nope. I got no business in Argentina.
Emmanuel's not going to Argentina because Emmanuel likes to wear like
soccer jerseys
and stuff in the airport. You would get crucified.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to walk into an Argentina airport with a Brazil jersey on. Everybody go look at me like, whose man's is this?
Yeah.
But that actually reminds me because I remember I had a childhood friend growing up. His father was Argentinian. His mother was Brazilian.
Oh.
That house was not good during soccer games at all.
Wow.
And I remember it got so bad to the point, like, they're so passionate about their teams. I used to only have Brazil jerseys at the time. He's the reason I have an Argentina jersey.
Wow.
Because I walked into the house. She was like, I'm tired of you walking into this house with Brazil jersey. So he gave me an Argentina jersey.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm pissed. Like, they went hard. But I think
Pastor Joe is Argentinian.
He's an Argentina fan.
Okay.
He's an Argentina fan.
And I think
fakest Haitian I've ever seen.
I think Bonjour is...
No, he's a Brazil fan.
Yeah.
But he's a Barcelona fan as well.
Yeah.
So that's why he like Messi.
Can't go to Barcelona either, child.
What am I doing in Barcelona, man? Madrid, Spain. That's where it's at.
Anyway.
But I was hyped, man.
I have a question for you, babe, before we end the podcast, because someone sent me something and I wanted to know what you think about it. I promise it's PG. I promise. What do you think about someone proposing at your wedding? Would you do it?
Proposing at my wedding?
Yeah.
Were you out your mind?
And would you propose at someone's wedding?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
What kind of nonsense? Who proposing at somebody's wedding?
I'm going to sleep, Fire. I got work tomorrow.
Nah, Farrah, that's not tonight. That's Sunday night. Who said that?
Yeah.
But she not lying though. She not lying. Sunday night, baby. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We'll pray about it.
There's no praying about it necessary, bro. I already know the dress I want you to wear and everything, bro.
So the answer is no. Like you wouldn't.
No,
propose?
I definitely want you to wear the heels on Sunday.
Okay. I'm talking about would you propose?
Can you actually wear the platform ones? Remember the green ones?
Babe, can you focus?
No, I'm just saying that platform heels, the green ones. You don't remember the platform ones, babe?
Yeah.
With that dress from like Fashion Nova?
Babe, relax.
What you mean relax, bro?
She said, Susie just said, I just saw a video of someone proposing at a girl's graduation party after she told her man that. Yeah, I personally do not want to be proposed to at.
Yeah, that's weird.
At no graduation, at no Valentine's Day, at no birthday, at no wedding.
No.
Yeah.
You're still asking questions.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, nah. Guys, make sure you go check our Instagram and IG. We just put a post tonight. We put a post. Make sure you check our IG and our TikTok. Mm-hmm. Like them and please share them. Share them. They're posted on IG, on TikTok. Make sure you like and share. We need your help, guys, to get BCS out there. Unfortunately, we regret to inform you there will be no BCS next Tuesday. There's no BCS next Tuesday. Unfortunately, there's no BCS next Tuesday, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks, guys. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to continue. I think you know what our next topic is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So our next topic we're going to talk about in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about during your season of singleness. We're going to talk about abstinence. We'll talk about
and
abstinence.
How to deal with abstinence.
Because I feel like my wife said that she got some questions about.
No, I just had a voice note and I was like, this is a good topic to talk about.
Yeah, when we have young people asking us about abstinence, so we're going to talk about that.
Like how to refrain and detox your mind. So.
Yeah, so that will be our next topic in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about abstinence. If you don't know what abstinence means, that means you're not old enough to be even thinking about it.
And start texting us things about the things that you struggle with.
Yeah. And
questions about abstinence and sex and how, how do we stop?
Yes.
From having sex before marriage.
100%. So we'll
even in a relationship, even like I will even include a little bit. I know this is singleness, but even like premarital relationships, like how to stop yourself from having sex with the partner that you're going to get married to. I'll even put that.
Yeah. So that will be in 2 weeks, guys. So stay tuned. As always, guys, you find all of our handles at the bottom. Please make sure that you follow us on all of them. IG, TikTok, and the new YouTube. If you're not following us on all of them, please do. And like I said, guys, we want you to help us to grow. So share the posts that you see. Get them out there. Get the word out there. Why are you laughing, man?
Nothing.
All right, who texts you, bro?
Nothing, baby. I'll tell you later.
Who texts you?
I'll tell you later.
All right. So please make sure you get that word out. Oh, she texts you.
Who? No one, babe. Just let's finish the podcast. I'm hungry.
You guys get the word out there. Again, we need your help. And we can't wait to give you the merch. Babe, you want to tell them what happened to you today with your BCS merch?
So I was walking outside of my house and I was wearing Emmanuel's hoodie and I was going to the gym because I went to this boxing conditioning class. Yeah. So I could knock y'all out if y'all ever mess with my man. Anyway. And then, so this lady stopped me and she was like, oh my God, I love your hoodie. This is the second time that someone has stopped me. And I was like, oh, Emmanuel hates when I say this, but this is my husband's company. Like, and she was like, oh, I love what it says, breaking Christian silence. We as Christians have suffered too long and we need to be able to speak about it and break the silence. And I'm like, oh yes, I agree. Like, and then I was like, oh, I'm like, do you want to purchase a hoodie? Like, this is our part of like my husband's company, and then she looked for his Instagram for the Instagram, and then I was like, oh, like follow us on Instagram, and like if you want to like purchase a hoodie and stuff like that. So I just was like, I guess we're doing something.
Yeah. So we can't wait for you guys to get the merch, and we hope that you guys wear it, advertise it, advertise BCS, take pictures of the merch, put it on your socials, tag us,
Make TikToks with it.
make TikToks with it. You guys that love to make TikTok videos, the Jimmicas of the world that love to make TikTok videos, make sure that you do. And also, we were letting you guys know this now. More likely than not, the merch will start to be available for pickup November 15th. November 15th, more likely than not, November 15th. That is a 90% confirmed date that those who purchased standard orders, it will be ready for pickup if you have money, if you want to pay. And those who got custom, if you already paid, okay, minus the 2 people that I spoke to that told me that they will be paying on the 20th in cash. Other than that, if you ordered any custom merch but you did not pay, don't expect it to be ready for pickup because it will not be ordered until you pay. Okay? But otherwise, you can come expect that November 15th at 1120 Fernand Valme Way, Flatbush Avenue, whichever one you know it by. Merch will be available for pickup, guys. And we expect you to wear it, show up, and show out. All right? Get out there. Let everybody know this is what you do. We excited. If that happened to my wife, I'm expecting it to have for you. All right? So we waited for you guys. Like I said, I even wore it to work. So I didn't care. I wore my stuff to work. I definitely had my coworkers looking at me. Like I remember, like I was in the hallway. People were just staring at me. I was like, keep staring, bro. Because when y'all want to be sitting here walking around with whatever, representing whatever you guys representing, no one can say anything. I see you guys walking around with rainbow
They
colors.
never asked you anything though?
I mean, hey, you ask somebody something when they walk around with a rainbow? No. So don't come and question me.
All right.
Let me be.
Keep this up, babe.
Don't say that. So don't worry. I wore it to work and everything. So we're waiting for you guys. Help us get the word out. It's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. There's a lot coming in store for BCS, all because of you. We're growing. It's only up from here. Only up from here. So again, make sure you RSVP. Susie, drop the links one last time. While she does that, let's pray because my wife said that she is thinking of eating. I don't know what she's going to eat, but
The sandwich.
it's not me.
Babe, pray. Because I prayed in the beginning.
God, we thank you. We worship you. We honor you. We give you all the praise and the glory that you so rightfully deserve. We thank you, Lord God, for another episode that you've allowed us to complete. We thank you because you are our guide. You are our instructor. You are everything for us, Lord God. So we ask you, Lord God, that you continue to take control, continue to take first place, continue to have your way. It's not of us, Lord God, nothing of us, but everything is of you. So we ask you, Lord God, to just take full control, take complete control, Lord God. We need you. We want you. We want more of you. Father, anything, Lord God, that we're doing for your glory. And we ask you, Lord God, here's BCS. Father, it's in your hands. You started it. You are growing with it, and we are excited to see where you're going to take it. God, have your way. Cover us, continue to protect us, and be with us. Guard each and every one of us here. In your Holy Son's precious name we pray. Amen and amen and amen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. We love you all. Our beautiful BCS fam. We love you guys. I think everybody said they want to know about second day guaranteed. So, second day guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen. Second date guaranteed. Guaranteed. We love you guys. Be good. And enjoy the second date guaranteed.
So like, I was at this museum, right? We was having this big get together, this family get together, whatever. I see an old friend of mine. He comes talking, and his girlfriend tried to friend's girlfriend. He came talking to me. I told her like, leave me alone, my friend's girlfriend. and she kept on talking. She decides to come talking to me, flirting with me or whatever. You okay? You sure?
I'm fine. I'm just checking the time.
Alright. Hours into the party, here comes my friend. Comes doing this. She put her hands on my chest and she's trying to caress me. And here comes my friend yelling at me, screaming at me, begins to flirt with me. And she begins to touch me. I told her, leave me alone, you're my friend's girl. And I don't think we should do. I told him.
I'm so sorry. I actually have to be somewhere right now. This was great. This was so great. It was good meeting you though,
But you didn't even finish your food.
I'm not hungry. You can finish it though. It's nice meeting you. Alright. Good. Oh, let me call Mika.
What's up? Wait, you gotta call B. He went on that date today. Oh yeah.
Hello?
Girl, you will not believe the date that I just had.
What happened?
Why is he calling me?
Yo, what's up?
Not much, man. Just in bed. What's up?
Nothing. Yo, we know about your date. Was calling to ask how it went.
Yo, that date was fire, bro. I think she's the one.
You sure?
Oh my god, it was terrible. Like, terrible.
He was nice and all, but I don't know. There was something about him. It was just terrible.
I mean, yes, bro, I promise you. The second date guarantee.
You sure?
Yes, bro.
Bro, you positive?
Absolutely. Yo, she's 5 foot. She's Christian. She's Haitian, too. She's beautiful. Like, nah, she's the one for me.
It was that bad?
Yes, like he just kept talking the entire time.
She likes to like listen a lot. Like, she was really respectful too. Like, that's really what I want a lot.
And I don't know. As soon as our food got here, I had to leave, and that's not even like me. But
As soon as our food came, she had to go, and I was like, okay, but like her food just came, but it's whatever.
I had to get out of there.
How did you like him?
I mean, he was Haitian, but he wasn't Christian, and that's really what's important, you know? I don't know. I just needed something. I just needed to talk to somebody, but I have no idea what to look for in a guy. I just need help.
But I promise you, the date was fire. Second date guarantee. I promise, bro.
You positive?
Absolutely, 100%.
Alright, bro. We're gonna hold it on you. We're gonna hold you to that, bro.
Alright, broski, I promise you, bro. Second date on point. She's wifey material. This is mine.
Alright, bro. You better be. Alright, bro. We'll see. Alright, we'll catch you later.
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Later.
Alright, bro. So he capping. Yeah. He chatting, bro. That, you know that day went terrible. Bro. It's okay. Nah, it's okay. It's terrible.
Eh, nou men sa la kisi nan, leve kom kisi nan, fè vit, tan mba bon nou kout pwè non la, fè vit, go, get out. Tout yon guy chez la, men sou fin nan.
You know what? Let me call up my girl, cause you need some serious help.
Okay.
Hold on, let me add her.
Alright.
Oh my gosh. Is that Mimi? Hey, Mimi!
Hey, Katie, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. And you? What's happening? Well, it's not going too well. My friend, she recently went on a date, and it went terrible. Remember that live event you was telling me about? The BCS?
Yeah, that one.
Girl, add her right now.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey!
Guys.
So what's going on? What's going on? What you need help with?
No, it's just, I went on a date and it went terrible. I just need help with looking for the right guy.
You need help, girl. I got you. There's an event happening December 20th, BCS Live, Breaking Christian Silence, where they talk about real relationships, real faith, real talk, real everything. We're all real over here. Ooh.
Breaking Christian Silence.
You need it ASAP.
Okay.
You better be here. You gotta be there. I better see you there. You're like, yes.
Don't worry, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Send the details over.
See you.
Oh, BCS event. All right. Stop texting me, come back. Stop texting me now. What is that? No, you know me. Oh, there's some salt in this. I'll be there. We'll do this. I'll be there.
Yo. What's up? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, BCS holding our live event December 20th. You gotta come, bro. You need it. Really? Yes, bro. Alright, bro.
Oh, BCS event? December 20th. Oh, gonna be there. Oh.